Hello, are we good? I need to turn on my camera. Wait, where's that gonna show up? Oh, right in our faces. Hello. Camera. Set in the dark right now. It probably isn't very good because it's very warm today. Light not coming on. There we go. The light color not changing. Ta-da! We good? That's good. Am I too high for this now? Looks like it. Down. There we are. Hello. I don't have Twitch show. Up this open over. Hello everybody. Yeah, so sorry I missed yesterday. Beth went back home for a couple of days, and so I went with her, helped her mow a garden. That's not a euphemism. I just generally took it very easy today, but let me run some ads first. I was sort of working as well this morning. I have a trial for team, so was doing some anti-fighting. Oh shit. Okay. But hello Cesar, hello Eno. I'm showing up twice with me. Interesting. EpiPen. Construction work is annoying. I had to leave my house for 15 days while my bathroom's getting renovated. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad because it's apartment stuff for me because we have a lot of construction going on at the moment, and so it's a lot of work, but not necessarily always around me. And because I'm a renter, I don't need to worry about like paying for all of that effectively. Like it does impact my rent, but still. Oh my god. What figure do I want to look at is Trace, Vitality. I don't have Vitality's pick and bans, but we could do it this way. Must have been banned in Icebox, that I remember. 22 series, 22 bans of Icebox. Picking Sunset, which I don't know if you want to necessarily do as Vitality. This is old, this is like stage 1. Not even stage 1 kickoff. Second ban in Ascent an awful lot for this stage. Yeah, Icebox. Picking Sunset, trying out Lotus, trying out a bit of Haven here or there. They played Abyss, their Abyss comp was not great. As you've seen from the stats. Really, it's like the Haven attack side is like pretty decent. Sunset, the stats are okay. But I think they're probably a little bit better for Vitality. What maps have they actually been really good on this year? Not played much Bind. They tried the Deadlock and stuff, didn't they, way back when? Not played much Haven. Yeah, I think Trace will probably pick Haven here, to be honest. Ascent 3 and 3, Icebox 5 and 4, Lotus is poor, the Sunset is good. So probably like Sunset, Haven. There'd be no Icebox. Let me just clear this. What would it be roughly? Who would have the Vitality would get choice because they're the highest seed. I don't know if that's how it's been working. So that'd be Icebox. No clue what it'd be for Vitality. So like you got your Havens, your Sunsets. Those kind of things. But the ads are finished now, right? In about 5 seconds. So I wanted to watch this.
Prepared for this, especially since going up against an EMEA team, it can be quite different from the Chinese team's styles. We have Echo here to help with some translation.
那这一次也是 T1来到我们世界赛的首秀嘛，然后你们是怎样准备今天的比赛的？包括你们的对手是来自 EMEA 的队伍，打法风格跟我们 CN 的队伍还是蛮不一样的。
我们也没有说做很特别的准备吧，就提高自己的实力。
Because like, don't you dare take this microphone away from me.
我到现在都不知道我们的队伍是什么风格的，主要就是打了才知道，在打完之后再定义我们是什么样的风格吧。
Actually, we didn't prepare like something pretty special, and we just want to do ourselves. And actually, it's really hard to define what kind of playstyle our is, because maybe we should, after this match, we're gonna see.
I wonder how good Heibe's English actually is.
Okay, sounds good. And
Because he's Taiwanese, isn't he?
what is this? Can I what?
这个包里面装的是什么？
等一下我在场上的时候你们就知道了，到舞台之后。
We'll see on the stage.
Ooh, that sounds promising. All right.
We did see
Actually,
champions last
I actually want to see what the desk is saying.
We're gonna see what kind of.
All right, well, earlier Sideshow sat down with Biang to discuss his move to Trace and much more. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Hello, Sideshow here with Biang from Trace and Echo to do translations as well. Thank you very much for joining me. We've seen you here at Champions before, famously taking down NRG twice, fantastic stuff. And then you've transitioned to playing for Trace as well. So can you talk me through what that process has been like since we last saw you swapping teams?
整个旅程就是在 BLG 打完冠军赛之后，然后接连的失利，然后也是个人发挥不太理
The
想。
mustache is getting very long, isn't it?
寻求了一个新的开始，然后也是加入到 TU。
Okay, actually, after I take a kind of success for him, to win our NRG twice in last champs, and there was a lot of ups and downs in the whole year, and maybe he just wants to find a totally new start for him, and he just joined Trace's for and stuff like that.
Do Sajjas on my screen now. I don't have this mustache, not anymore.
To get them here as well.
I shaved, but I shaved too
They've been
close.
a good team for a while, but it feels like they've found
sure.
more success with you now as the IGL leading the team.
我觉得加入到 TU 之后，就是可以让他们现有体系上面就是打得更多样一点，然后把他们体系稍微
Is he actually IGLing though?
战术层面上面也带来一些我的东西吧。是
He think after he joined Trace's War, he think he made the whole system be more flexible, and they just plus a little bit his own style on their play styles or tactics, stuff like that.
The difference between the playstyles of the two teams is very dramatic. You've gone from, it's interesting, you call it a fresh start. You've gone from a team that, to me, played crazy Valorant, really wild Valorant, to now Trace plays, I think, very sensible, intelligent Valorant. I don't know if you feel differently, but can you walk me through the differences between the two teams?
确实是这样的，因为就 BLG 我们更鼓励个人能力上的发挥，然后就是去抓住一些那种战绩吧，就是你不要去害怕一些，不敢去操作，然后 TE 打法就偏向稳定，然后
7 ads come on Twitch. You shouldn't have any ads.
整体，然后要
Just run pre-rolls.
那种激进的操作，然后去用整体去赢一下每一局吧。
I think the two totally different playstyles since BLG encourage every single pro players to have a better individual performance and grasp every single chance for have a better performance as well. And
That's China.
He think Trace is a kind of solid team, and they just want to a higher discipline and stuff like that.
So my final question is, I was listening to Feng Feng in the press conference, and he said he really wants to fight against Durka because he's been looking up to him a lot. Is there anybody, like when you'd beaten NRG twice at Last Champions, is there anyone you've got your eye on this time to take down?
How could Sajjas still be so still while speaking? What do you mean by still?
碰的就是 DX 和 Fnatic 吧，然后就是因为之前我输了，然后
Kippo, thank you very much for the 3 months. Hope you're doing well.
也需要在世界的舞台上证明一下他国一炸的实力嘛，是。我觉得他是有这个实力。
确实。He said he really want to face against DRX and Fnatic because he used to fight them, so he really want a rematch or take a revenge to them. And as he said, he want to have a match with Durka because Feng may be probably the best race player in China, so he really need a chance to.
That's teammate cope.
Biang, and thank you, Echo. Appreciate you sitting down with us.
Feng at the start of the year, maybe. Feng now.
So we did see Biang at Champions last year. Of course, was wearing the white of Billy, but now he's rocking the blue of Trace. And I thought that was interesting what Sideshow was talking about with, you know, as we were mentioning right with him, the fundamentals and like how Billy encourages. You heard what he said. It's like, oh, everyone's going to do their thing, whereas this Trace roster wants to play a more fundamental type of game. Yeah. That's good. I think that goes to show this team wants to just continue to grow.
You can hard see that in terms of the way that they play as well. I mean, if we have time for it as well, I have a illustrator that kind of goes through some of the beats of them trying to hit the mark that a lot of other teams do, but it kind of misses it every now and then.
Yeah.
But they're fundamentally, they try and copy kind of the same compositions that other teams that are having success in the EMEA and Americas are having. And
Everybody going Vitality on the desk behind.
you don't really get the same reps in.
Not surprised.
We've seen a million times before in other regions, so it's kind of hard to get a grasp in terms of how good the team is sometimes.
Yeah, now you did say you had a telestrator, so let's actually see what this is. I'm very curious.
If we want to pull it up, yeah. I mean, I pulled a few instances of where stuff has kind of been going wrong, honestly, for Trace. And it starts with, I think, them playing a pretty standard comp on Lotus. We've all seen this before, but one of the most important factors is your smokes as well. Looking, he kind of missed the mark on a lot of this, and he misses the mark here. Straight away, he's smoking for Shaquille O'Neal right off the bat. One way is that a way through awesome is just able to get a direct line of sight angle onto the horn that's thrown from earlier, which just, the whole point of this is, if he misses one way, the one lurking player that is Autumn in this instance is just able to pre-fire the horns, and you lose access to all of this. Here's another example I've got here. You've seen a lot of teams, they will often use a deep smoke into this position onto the orb, so that they can omen TP in through this angle, and also peek from this one here. And it gives them basically a double swing potential. It threatens like a player could be in this smoke, but instead, they end up smoking the choke point. And when I saw this, I was like, this is so perplexing to me, because I'm like, okay, maybe they've got a plan for it, but they just called a fight. They prowler and satchel forwards and fight, and because of their own smoke, Bang is isolated, he's alone, he can't take this fight to push forwards, and he just gets from his team nowhere near and able to help. Those are two examples. I've cherry-picked them, of course, but they're examples I think that they are trying to copy the compositions without actually understanding the finer details as to why they work. Those missing elements, and maybe we'll see it if Lotus gets played a little bit later, but that's the thing that's missing with this Trace team, and I think it really comes as a result of them not being tested against usual teams that will be playing the same stuff in China, to the same degree that teams in EMEA and America.
And this is something we talk a lot about with the CN teams. I think especially the squads like FPX, like EDG, who are dominant in that region, but also teams like this who are higher up.
Yeah.
When you're playing against less refined competition, it's a lot harder to know when something is really a mistake and when something is really working. Because if you're winning with things that maybe aren't perfect, then sometimes you can get kind of false.
Rap God, yeah, they just
playing a region like.
Hello, Ryan, you're a bit late today. Yeah, I think I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna watch part of the games that aren't China. Unless we get to like playoffs and stuff.
So I think get all the little stuff really, really on point consistently, which makes this, I think, a really tough stylistic matchup because both these teams on paper are playing a similar style, but I think Vitality is just leagues ahead in execution.
Yeah, of course. And you know, we did get a chance to catch up with Biang earlier when we were talking to him about what he was hoping to accomplish with this team. I guess the question is, you know, like where does Trace, I guess, you know, like.
Did you watch BLG Fnatic yesterday? Yeah, I did.
Okay, the pitch is Jet Maps, Kai plays.
Mine was good.
Genuinely, because that guy is a phenom, but they have an issue where they don't really know how to play. Like a race player is Feng, their Jet player is Kai, and because neither of them want to play both roles, they have difficulties in terms of the roles.
But when Kai is playing Jet, they're electric. Luo King as well, their controller player is really sick. He'll have crazy rounds. Watch out for him.
All right, well, it's time to bring out our teams. Let's head down to the stage and say hi to Trace and Vitality.
Is Trace really when they're
Oh, Ascent. Trace didn't pick it, surely.
Indeed. This is certainly going to be fascinating. Both teams.
Yeah, I did watch BLG Fnatic yesterday.
Talked about, right? This is going to be that standard way that you want to play this map. It's a great opportunity here for Trace. Question is.
Also, Kipper, Autumn told me about the team.
Kai's on the Jet, and we did talk about that.
Sounds fun.
Major win con. The only issue is he's up against Safe, who's also on Jet.
Yeah.
And so, listen, you've got two heavy hitters here, but Trace are a good team on this map. You've got to kind of hope, I think, that there's a form factor in play that Vitality might get caught slipping.
All right. Well,
This book is already full of just madman scrambles. Above 100% win rate.
You can trust them. They're professionals. They're so good at their job. It's a killer with the faith within.
Trace? I don't think
I'd
so.
like to think so, but thank you very much for bigging it.
Let's have a look.
We'll take it. Yeah, it's only been about 12 years that I've been doing this, so I hope by this point it's become professional, but here we go. Let's get ready to jump into this action. Second series today. Trace going up against Vitality.
Wait a minute.
And I think that
Yeah, actually 100% win rate this year.
Rising the expectations for this series.
Yeah, no, 100%. To me, this is strictly an execution-based matchup. These teams have very similar map pools, so you're going to be
This is wrong, but that's fine.
where they're strong, and it's just a matter
This is stage 1 and then this was stage 2.
Find some of that extra polish, some of that extra shine to go up against Team Vitality.
Yeah, Trace picked it because Vitality are defending first.
Stage 2. Only losing to Fnatic.
And then Sunset is still a good map for Trace to be working with.
Incredible. And on this map, they actually beat Fnatic.
But yeah, I spoke to Gorilla a little bit about Trace, and I just said, like,
It really is. And
you can't let Trace
here on
set up.
moving into that duelist position, and Kai, we've been highlighting him as that kind of golden ticket for the side of Trace, so let's see how they clash. So far, B-side going to be
I give you attacking against Trace, you don't want to just be planting and holding because they have some good utility on retakes. Hello, Space Librarian. Yeah, though, like, the plan is for Vitality to just play pure retake here. They don't mind too much.
Vitality is going to stack up 3-2. 2 in the alley.
And if anything, one of the poorest things we've seen from China at this event, from all the teams, is bad post plants.
Flash out to try and delay. Kai forced back for a brief moment, but there's a headshot found. BinK going to be taken low himself, but Trek's the first to fall as looking able to find one. Hebe taking down Sender. Recon going out. Kai now striking, swinging around the side, tries to get the readjust.
Flawless.
And it is a flawless pistol win going the way of
I mean, it was a bit touch and go. This is what I mean. Like, if you're Vitality, you can't like leave it up on a dime, right? Okay, we're just gonna play for like a B retake, which is hard enough to do anyway. But you just don't know the little volatile things that Trace are gonna do.
Caught up outside of the switch. That smoke looking pretty good there for Low King, and at the door, Kai, very, very strong player individually. Probably.
I tell you what, this is the best metaphor for Trace. Trace are basically like the old,
the Killjoy,
like.
Does great in both regards.
Ooh, safe.
Trying to think of the word.
Pushing out aggressively. He's got Sender there
Oh
alongside.
no.
Able to collect the first kill.
It's full contact. That's what you full contact on this team. They don't know what to do.
Solid start.
It's like
Hoping that lone sheriff in the round finds some value.
a lamp that your grandma owns and has owned for like 30, 40 years. It looks fairly boring. It looks fairly standard. And it's fine to use, but now and again it gives you like an electric shock. You don't really know why she still has it. But sometimes you just turn it on and you just, shit. That's Trace.
Gets the first. On the Sender in wine.
And if you're incredibly vulnerable to like electricity, you're not gonna want to fuck with that lamp.
Able to find safe, taking him down. Kicks, having to backpedal, but eventually the pinch comes through. Fang arriving over at Tree, strikes him down. A site now open.
I try to think of what's the word that I'm trying to think of.
Really aware of when you're
Like old items that are worth a lot and valued a lot. Starts with an A.
in terms of trying to come from different angles, trying to crunch you. You're already seeing it.
Old Gamers Classic, which is like an old EDG classic. As a way of like wrapping this. Antiques, that's it, yeah.
Able to stabilize there, finds a headshot to take down Trex, granted. Only has that ghost in hand here, so if he had fallen, it wouldn't have been too costly for him, but just
Only one death. Leo King's the only one that's died so far.
casualty here. Is Trace going to be able to start things off 2-0?
Yeah, solid start. Really a flawless into a...
All I'm saying for Vitality is I warned them. I warned them.
Guardian there for Fang. Marshall is going to go over to the IGL.
I don't think Vitality are the kind of like Gorilla and Leica are not the kind of people to underestimate teams ever.
Looking to start spreading the map a bit more, going into a pretty aggressive stance here towards A main. Let's see.
But the players, I don't know.
Seem to want to challenge this off the rip.
If you have an environment where the team's like, these guys are bad, like how did they qualify kind of thing, and then you start losing to them, that just breaks your mental, you know? I had Vitality to win this one, but I think out of the series so far, like this is the one that I'm...
Generally pretty cautious team. Love to cut you off when you're trying to make
like,
your execute.
this is, I don't know, this whole group is pretty interesting.
Find an opportunity. Alarm bot. Yep, there's Kai.
Quick clear on that. Just the sheriff here for Kai in the round.
I do think that if Trace lose this, they 100% lose to Talon. Talon are the right kind of team to just completely mess with Trace. You just play like DRG. You just go for this double duelist stuff they were doing earlier and all that. But I only watched the first map. Do we know what's up with the pronunciations? For which pronunciations? Alright, this is better.
Taking him
Better from Vitality, at least.
is just runner here alone over at boats. Players nearby to ready to try to come into reinforce.
Ooh, close. A couple of kills without plan isn't great. Fung Fung and Biang. I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Nice attempt there by Kai to try to double up on that off angle, but gets caught out this time by the flash, just seeing if he could catch him a little bit off guard. A little out of step, but that's okay. I mean, some damage.
Is there any player names that are at this event that I'm mispronouncing?
Sure. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice find there, Trex. But it do be like that sometimes. Trex having a heck of a round there as the Sova on the defense.
I don't know. Usually their pronunciation things today might be more accurate than I've been. I just try and copy what the casters say, and then people like Sprite will tell me if I'm wrong or not.
TP over from Low King. I think it's spotted.
He's been spotted.
Yeah, this is working really well for Vitality, but this is also something that Trace suck at.
Once again, it's going to be the Omen taken down off the rip this time, though, with the firepower equalized.
I think of the stuff they were doing on Abyss, where people were just walking up on them on defense, pushing a main, and they just don't know how to hold. They don't know how to hold the default.
Try and slow things up.
This time, no clear of the bot, but still a slide over from safe into a similar position. Execute comes through.
I don't think Vitality were expecting this to come in as quickly as they did. This might be a bit of an oversight.
Not much damage going to be exchanged as well as Kai just a quick peek in the market, finds what he was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Cleans up Trex as well.
The only shame for Trace here is these are not Kai jet maps.
Question whether or not they'd be able to break through, given there wasn't a disparity in the weaponry compared to what we saw in round 2, but Trace, they have...
Maybe it's in a Korean way. Like, that's the only thing I could think of with Achilles that he just naturally might pronounce. Because he did it as well with Japanese names. He started pronouncing them in a very Korean way.
Now, the 2v2 with the HP advantage very much still here in the...
Yeah, it don't bother me.
Suppress connecting on the both. The flash going to be sent out. They're tucked back here, though.
Because I know that if I'm a stickler for how you pronounce Chinese names, imagine what Sue's going to be like. But I don't think Sue's there yet. That was a great peek, but it's fine.
Finding the kill and Trace extending the lead.
This is good though, good structure. I just Vitality, I guess, didn't expect this to be as fast as it was.
They kind of learned from what happened in a previous round where they...
Like, Runner's on his own on an island, and your closest player was like top mid.
They just don't clear mid, push towards site, and that leaves both the Sova and the Jet stranded in the back of the site. By
What the hell was Lure King doing on pistol?
The KJ runner, things are pretty much...
I guess he just overbought a bit.
Taking control, and Kai, of course, being really explosive on that entry helps, and now he's got a Blade Storm popped. Stinger to back it up. Although I will say, Vitality, one thing that...
I don't like the decision to use the Blade Storm here. Why would you need to?
But Kai's just better.
I mean, yeah,
oh, he is just better.
Now he's just pushing the tempo, right?
He just missed.
Runner able to take him down with that stinger, but Kai still doing work to
Sending the messages.
Kicks now last man standing.
But there's a lot of this, right? There's a lot of Vitality just dying on their own. Like, these just like one place defaults. Did Kai buy a weapon? No, I think he had a stinger.
He is on a heck of a heater to start.
But the only way that makes sense if you're looking to attack up.
Or the Jet from Trace,
which I don't really think that Trace were doing an awful lot. Not as much as FPX and EDG.
With those Hunter's Furies.
Even Billy.
Stuck in that corner. Great flash.
Unlucky.
Set him up from Heibei.
This is good though. This is like, I think this is just Vitality
pretty well balanced.
Either a bit switched off or starting to be a little bit like, wait, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
That's what's really impressive about the way they pilot.
Yeah, like, this is not the kind of team to do this against.
Taking them down. Continuing to push.
Surely time off for Gorilla after this if they lose it.
Will alert to that potential deep flank, as there it is, cleared out. Runner able to play off that util nicely to go ahead and punish. Makes it overall a 1-for-1. But the plant is already through. The site occupied here by Trace, and all 4 players of Vitality.
This post plant is still fine though. Oh, the op is perfect for this kind of retake. That molly is so important too. Just to buy more time, because otherwise Safe is just gonna full contact walk his way out here. Recon is good too. Like, this is really good utility from Trace. Don't know how much of an idea they have that there is an op.
Does get displaced. Runner able to find that. There's the drop down kicks. Taken low, taken down. And now it's all.
And then last is up. Yeah, you gotta save.
He has to run his way.
Trace, okay. Interesting. I don't know why it's something like Yoda there.
Getting the angle. He and BMK both going to be taken down.
Vitality fucked by Trace there.
They still have money on their side, and they have a 4-round lead.
Just tremendous.
Safe 1 and 5, Kai 8 and 4. Safe is getting dueler stiffed by Kai. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Hasn't been able to do anything to disrupt Trace Esports in getting their plants, or, you know, the retakes haven't been solid. And I think a lot of credit has to go to Trace Esports for the way that they're kind of piloting the map, the way that they're reading the map right now. They've got a... It's
just like, this was the only win condition. Like, low-key, if they expected Ascent, like Vitality, if they came out with some, like, Deadlock share or Phoenix, like what Talon was running earlier, Like comp-wise, you could just throw that in, and Trace will just be like, ah.
Right now, they are getting that solid read. Bren was mentioning how there's just these couple little pieces that are missing that stop them from being a dominant squad. Right now, it feels like they're finding all the pieces. Vitality has just left them on the floor out in the open. And they're just going.
We should still worry. Oh yeah, I still think the chance of Trace winning this series is very low.
I mean, it's really incredible what they're doing.
But Sunset is not a bad map for Trace to be playing. I also think like the attack side for Vitality,
and already,
funnily enough, might be not too bad.
Behind us start
There's 15 seconds. So, like attack side is pretty good. The defense side is good on Ascent.
towards finding a bit more impact on the attacking side compared
What's it like for Vitality?
Defense side still overall incredibly strong here on Ascent.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams are very good on both sides of the map regionally.
It's winnable.
With, you know, being slightly,
But I think if it was any other Chinese team, I think there's more of a, like, this is the worst opponent that Trace could face up against. This is the worst group that Trace could be put up in. Because it gives them the biggest opportunity, you know?
I mean, that 0 point, that opening one had hit on.
Put them against Fnatic, and I think that they would, like, give them a good game.
To try to reinforce his position here, but I mean, it's just an explosion of death as Kai is able to find two.
This default, though, man. Like, 1 and 4. If you bunker in sight, surely you need 2, right? Like, the Sova Killjoy.
They are really just on one. And this
Destroyer is just good in the timeouts, too. Yeah, farming them. They're actually just demolishing them.
The execute, and it's just red and shut right down. As soon as that push out comes through, you've got 3 players.
Like, you're retaking all from here, too. This door isn't broken, and you're paranoid. Oh, my God, Fung. Fuck me.
They're crushing him.
Jump scare.
Well, I mean, right now, pop off Kings.
Absolutely.
As they're expecting some aggression out here. Going to be found, but 0 point does land. Just suppression onto one.
Destroyer is a coach now. Was he was always a coach for Trace. As long as I've known Trace, he was the coach.
Trex is in a position to go ahead and immediately help out alongside Runner.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to keep them from getting through this door. Fang looking to clear the alarm bot, or excuse me, the turret. And Runner has to get the heck out already. Kai hot on his heels.
This is better for Vitality, though. That's what you needed to do from, like, since the round where Runner dies here.
BNK gonna be taken down.
Like, we need to see, like, Trex supporting and saving Runner more.
All them out here. The tap of the spike, but they know it's not being stuck to. Recon not going in. Fang able to find one.
Okay.
They managed to clear out both, but it has to still.
1-1.
Knives now pop. Looking down to 40. Has to hit the headshot here.
King's a good head.
Noise will be broken. Smoke sent
I
out.
do like the safe is taking his time, though. 30 seconds. Spike's not planted. There's no pressure on him. It's all on Leo King.
Time on his side. Can see if Low King tries to go to reaggress, but nope. They go for the plant.
He's holding for it. He's going to be able to get the plant off. It's not back.
Yeah, well played safe.
Around the corner. Cannot break that line.
Better from Vitality. Better.
The win streak here. Get themselves a second round win on the board.
Fung's Rays makes them good on Sunset. I think the better maps for Trace recently have been the Jet Kai maps, more than Fung's Rays.
Never sees him, and then he gets cut off anyway by Trex on site.
Okay.
They're able to still take this down to a 1v1. It's a great push through the smokes.
You only had a Guardian, too.
Enough off guard. They were expecting a flash through. They were turning for it. Instead, it's just a double push in towards those boats. And
Kai is great. Kai has been amazing this year.
Odin now for Bianca. Sender has to buy.
It was hard for anybody else to look good. This is right. This is
turret cleared. A little bit of an aggressive.
the thing that's been successful for Vitality is like their aggressive stuff.
Spending a lot of their time.
The thing that's been working for Trace is them executing.
Thinking about A main control.
Because Trace, like Apex is a really good example of a team that like tends to like very like tightly default on attack. So if any defenders try and push them, Apex are always in a good position to punish. Trace not that kind of team. Their default now isn't incredibly tight. A lot of gaps that people could be taken out on.
Fang was able to dodge that.
And again, this is right for Vitality. Like it'd be worse if they had the KO here and just the Omen on site. No command used. Paranoid just comes out beforehand.
Holding Mehmet Bey for now,
And like, that's what I mean. Just a little bit of resistance is going to push them back. It's going to put pressure on Feng Feng to go and find a lurk here.
As he checked this corner, though, it's been the bane of so many teams' existence.
Runner in a position where he can't be traded, though. Important fight to win, and he loses it. And you've just opened the door for Trace again.
That is a critical kill.
Runner is being ran over.
Here at the stairs, the TP.
Great TP actually, though, from Sender. Yeah, this is better.
Finds the first. The jump down. They weren't ready for the strike here. Strex finds another. Gets traded out, but Sender gets himself a second. Now, just Kai and Fang, last one standing here versus 3. And the one's going to be there at boats. The alley fight has to be won. Fang's able to find it, but then does get taken down. Kai trying to draw him out here into the open. Just dancing on the box.
Yeah, really well played from Sender. You only need a Bulldog. This is very typical Trace, though. That Vitality just on the precipice of having to eco twice now. Because the last round, they like safe only had a Guardian, they had to use Bladestorm in order to win it. And then there, it was a Bulldog multi-kill from Sender.
That hit from Trace Esports any other way. And it is Vitality's.
That's just a little bit lazy, a little bit rough from biang to just go for the jump wide peak.
Difficult situation there for Trace Esports to get through, and it helps that Sender was feeling it with that Bulldog. And that, I believe.
Yeah, good timeout too from Destroyer.
Now this time, Trace Esports.
Yep, Trace not happy that they've given up 2 rounds in a row, so one to go ahead, tighten things up these last couple ones.
Now that Vitality seems to have the answer, like this could be 13-6, you know?
Even further on the attacking half.
The thing that I think Trace have suffered from throughout this year is like their lack of plan Bs.
Opportunity, well, for Trace, mostly.
Like, what do you do now? What do you change? How much do you change the default? Do you play faster? Do you execute harder? Do you try to play full contact more? Enable Feng Feng's lurk more? Fight for mid? Fight for the extremities?
Methodical play, reading the map very
Like,
nicely.
what's your plan?
You know, even in that round, Bang there, just working his way through mid, and he gained enough space.
How is Yosemite pronounced? Normally.
All the way over towards B.
Like Yosemite Sam. Like the national park.
Almost worked. If it wasn't for the timely TP of the Omen from Vitality, could have been a very different round. Safe now. Operator again in hand.
6 on attack is great, yeah.
Important condition here for Vitality is to get him going. He can be so devastating.
Same
Trex as
TP
well.
forward here from Sender. Last time it got punished. This time around, though, not to be found. Just TP's back to safety over towards bench.
I like that too. Just
risky plays, though, still.
This forces out the Eldron from a much safer position, which means that you can't go deep with this.
Is secured. Spike.
And most importantly, you don't really use the Eldron to take anything. You take it to reclear this, which you should have had from the start of the round, right?
Held here for the moment. If he gets the orb, he has the ultimate to just TP back for the pickup. It looks like it's going to be biang. He's sent to go ahead and scoop this up.
I was going to say, you got the info that the Sova is over on the A side this time. So maybe feeling that the B side is going to be the weaker of the two this go around. Just a TP across.
Faking that he's TPing forward.
It's pulled free defenders over. Again, Vitality, the right thing, bunkering up, runner getting 2. Now he's on his own. This rotation should be fast enough. The lockdown is a really good shot from Vitality.
Making sure they cannot push in. And honestly, at this point, I would love to just see a spike drop. Granted, it would make noise, but have the TP.
Oh, nice timing from Kai. Bladestorm to just dash across. Is Sender really going to go for this fight?
However, getting into position, the Cloud.
Oh, it is a really good angle.
Everything does get the spot, but cannot find
The Jet's going to be able to plant, and this is a great spot for Luo King to be in. They're not going to expect it, surely.
Noise spots the first. A bullet to the back of the head. Sender going to be taken down.
Really good read.
And runner falls as well.
All right. Bit of that's the biang. That's the biang edition in a nutshell.
Goes ahead.
Giving Trace that. Let's go A. We've got so much space A because of Luo King's lurk.
Deep on the map this round, and they are punishing Vitality. And they are so.
Thoughts on FBX beating Sentinels and beating Team Heretics on a rematch? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I could see them beating Sentinels, sure, but depends how up for the occasion FBX Sentinels are, really.
And then just starts clicking heads. And he has been really, really good for them at times. He has come up with some massive, massive multi-kill rounds.
I think both of them will be good series. I'm excited for them both.
The buy has to be scuffed for Vitality.
The recon not going to ping out.
It didn't ping where runner was. Oh, luckily Kai clears it. That's way too fast of a old run. That's way too hot tempo.
Has to tuck all the way into the furthest corner of boats to keep himself out of this lockdown. Players about ready here for the retake.
Oh, they both got hit by the paranoia. Ooh, that's scary. Kicks gets another good push up. It's just sloppy from Trace, but what else is new? Yeah, the only kills that they get is runner, really.
MasterCard Thrifty found by Vitality, stopping Trace from building up that momentum again.
Kai's impressive. Kai is very good, yeah.
For Vitality to find a win when they desperately needed one to keep this half from going out of control. Trex has another Hunter's Fury as well, but they're just cutting them off at the point of attack here. They just read the map really well. Kind of bait Trace in, and Trace falls for it.
Yeah, good recon too, actually, from Trex.
Spot there for Trex. Follows up with some nice shooting. Safe working well. And
yeah, when you're on an anti-eco and you use a lockdown like that, you can't be making plays. But it's, again, the same thing that keeps coming up for Trace. If you do something aggressive, they don't have a response for this, you know? But they've been surprised by that.
Thrown now over the top, the ping through onto Kicks, but Hunter's Fury going to be dueled out here. One taking to the sky, everybody else just...
Did they both just miss? I think, yeah, both ultimates miss.
Well, just kind of similar ideas from both squads there towards A main.
Alright, this is nice. If you're going to fight and take space, doing it as a duo. Really good clearance. Back off. Don't need to show anymore. This is better. Like, this is much tighter from Vitality. Like, that timeout the Gorilla had has done a lot.
On the spam just to clear out the turret. Everybody clustered up. Spang able to avoid the shock dart. You know, starting to get popped. 0 point well into the back. Push forward, safe. Held at bay for now. Full stick. Oh, takes him down to 59 with a headshot from Lil King. Takes him down to 0.
30 seconds.
Recon Ping's getting a lot of value.
Yeah, this bunker is much better, much stronger.
Going to be eliminated. Sender finding Fang. Now looking to push their way out of alley, perhaps. Looks like.
Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go to A. Sender's already here.
They're gonna opt into this TP.
Nice head.
And he's got no HP. 6 health remaining. Time. Looking has to win this, but he also has to stick. Paranoia gonna be sent. He knows exactly where he's at. The knife? No. The push forward. The
yeah, well played.
Over 7-5 of the half. Hey, Bay just not able to get there in time.
So what? One round since? Yeah, pretty much 1 round since Vitality's timeout.
Gets 4 out of the last 5, but it is gonna be.
Hey, Geekas.
That it is.
Gotta mute the music as well. What is that? Yeah, I mean, that's Trace showing what they're good at, but it's also showing what they've been struggling at all year. But nothing's changed in that sense. Of just, if you're disruptive early against them, if you're antagonistic, you take a fight against them that they don't expect, they're going to just absolutely rinse you. Yeah, you're just going to rinse them, sorry. And yeah, just a little bit like the adjustments that they didn't really make any adjustments after their timeout. The one good thing that they did was like Leo King's lurk over towards A on that round, but that was still a little bit lucky that Trace were in that position anyway. Like they go and fight market and then they go for that fight top mid. Yeah, it's a bit rough. Anywho, let me run this. Just so we have a bit more, like, people don't get pre-rolls and stuff in. But yeah, I do think that there is a good chance for FPX to not go out dead last. I think that was the one worry that I had about China this event, is that they would basically like all go out last in their groups. It's still possible, of course. Like, all the China teams so far have lost their games, but yeah, Tracer showing a lot of good stuff. I think FX and EDG will qualify. I don't know about Trace and BLG are dead last.
Trace Esports and Vitality. Trace, the lead.
I think FBX beating Sentinels and like making a good go of qualifying out their group would be enough for me. EDG, I'm not having my hopes up. I think they'll do a little bit better than they did at Shanghai.
No doubt about it. I mean,
But I don't know what to expect, so I'm not going to think too much about it.
really just come out swinging. I mean, Kai in particular, 13 and 8, looking great. Luo King, he has been amazing, just putting up huge multi-kill rounds, just shutting Vitality out.
Yeah, seven rounds on the attack is really nice, and now they got their defense. They win this pistol, they're in a great position.
They're somewhere around, I think, 59 or 60%.
My prediction is EDG beat Foot. That'll be a really good series, I think. That's tomorrow's, isn't it?
Trace Esports is really, really good on their.
What's your pick'ems for this group? I haven't done specific pick'ems, but I think I had Leviathan. Oh my god, Kai.
With the tiles option, one that Trex is able to push back on. Still more pressure to come. Quick bounce there on the recon. Can't quite line.
It's still even lucky that Hebe gets. He's fighting with a classic on an angle where nobody else can trade.
Still set up here from.
But it's the right approach, right? Like Trace pushing them into fighting on A. They've got all of this utility. Some of it's broken. Shut out on the switch. Send us on the other side of it. I like that. It's a good position to actually TP into because you're safe from heaven. You've cleared Gen already. You've cleared Dice. If you try and go here, it's going to be sort of ruined. Good from Luo King.
King able to find that and can scoop up the ghost.
3v3. They defensive smoked this.
For Vitality, but
they smoked themselves off. Luo King smoked himself off.
Oh, the drop down, the Lakia play coming through from beyond. Everyone will find one, but now everything to do here from Feng. Frenzy in hand, both running out. The push forward, he's going for it. He's got to drop down. He's got to get.
Nice Feng.
Feng closing it out, giving Trace another pistol win.
I mean, they're just
Double pistol.
so good right now.
I wonder why they smoked this.
Kind of working together. There's always
Is it because of the attack one way? But then surely, like, if you're wanting to nullify this one way here, you would smoke out this way, right? So you can push out this direction or this direction.
Ascent as well. They're trying to get behind you. They're trying to find flanks, trying to find these crunches, and Kicks just had no idea there was going to be a player coming from behind him.
He had his hand up, ready to go.
A little bit there for Vitality as well, but I think that extra angle
Nice stuff, Trace. Good stuff.
causes a lot of confusion, and Runner, he's been okay for Vitality. I mean, nobody's positive on the scoreline.
But look at this. It's not a full force here.
I also got the Trace bundle. I forgot to mention.
All the way down to get
Right, Feng gets Runner.
already Runner going to be punished.
Is that just wallbang?
I think he just recon and then just wallbang headshot him with that.
Wallbang.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. And one thing that I was really impressed with Trace Esports on this defender side is Bianca. He is really nasty.
Yeah, why are they calling him Bianca?
Okay, turn for the flash. Haven't scouted the Omen at all in this position. It's just Hebe making noise.
Is that right? Is that accurate?
Pulls off the angle. He's been looking to his own devices for now.
And they're already double stacking out of A main. You got two players pushing, trying to get into the back lines. Trex is out towards the middle.
Safe wants to push up here in towards Market. Meanwhile, crunch over a tree, and that's going to be the spike left on the floor.
They just call it Bian.
They know that there's an outlaw in play. He had to use it to go ahead and clear out.
So it's not even Bianc, it's Bian.
Find one headshot there on to Kai, but this would have to be some insane heroics. But he won't be given the opportunity to pull them off. A 3K from Loking, as it is a very clean anti-eco.
So the way the paper fin is saying it with Bianca is right, but just people shot it to Bian.
And only 3 players.
So it's not Bianc, is what I'm saying.
To full armors. It's seemingly Vitality just can't get a good read. No, he just
even pinged.
Yeah, it's back.
He just had a feeling in his bones and said, I'm about to hit this dude in the head.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Okay. Well, you do you. Similar scenes here, though, from Trace as we go into the bonus.
Are they going to
Sheriff
try
in hand
again?
for Loking. I tucked away. Drone not going to be able to spot him out. I think if he had actually peeked over, he might have been able to see him on
Not the best bonus in the world, but
Kai for now.
Outlaw's a good show, and it gets Sender. no smokes on attack is now going to be really rough because Vitality have no like map control either. They have just straight up walk everywhere, and Safe only has one more like get smoke.
Now if you run into that outlaw again, it's a 50-50 if it's just a one-shot kill. Very difficult stuff for Vitality. They're just struggling to find the openings.
Little Bian, or
on the reveal. It gets so much info.
So Xiao is little.
Still though, nonplussed. Vitality continue with a push forward. Flash out. Kai gonna get hit by that, but Liu Kang, he finds him.
So should we start calling Mitch Man Xiao Mitch?
It's such incredible range, taking down kicks there at alley. Runner able to fight back. Eats a little bit of damage. Tries to get them back into the driver's seat here on this round. Gun barrel just around the corner. Shot comes in.
Good full contact stuff from Vitality.
Wide enough to be able to find the punish. We'll just go ahead
An upgrade. I mean, I'd probably stick to out, but like if
3v3.
guess not.
Swing out of the
Like
now it's all in Liu Kang, still just that sheriff in hand.
any more damage is good. One more kill and you're golden.
Won't even die to a body shot. Here from this.
Nice fight from Save.
Will be around recovered here from the side of Vitality once again, denying the bonus conversion, but still decent damage dealt here by Trace.
And it's some little things from Trex that really bails Vitality out of this round.
Yeah, majorly.
That safe angle away from the outlaw, back towards market, and then is able to bail Safe out. That's a good crunch timing when you've got both Hebei and Kai trying to push out of that smoke. Right there, him and Safe stepping up together.
Cool.
Doing a great job.
There's still a good bonus. Kai's got the op as well. Safe didn't really get to do too much with the op, right? He had it a round or two.
The Odin for biang. Kai is, in my book, very good with the operation.
Honestly though, yeah, against Trace, I think it's hard to play the op unless you're Kung Kung.
Try to take control of a main early.
Free is a really good bonus, yeah.
Feels like he's taken something out of Texture's book sometimes.
Especially with them getting a plant.
Not saying he's got.
If you get 2 and they don't plant, that's good.
There, but yeah. He has a similar.
If you get 2 and they still plant, that's not amazing. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's like the level. If you get 1 or less and they plant, it's like.
Patience will wear thin.
I know it's a bonus, but you got to do some damage. That's the main thing in the round.
It's going to be a pretty much full rotate from Trace, sending everybody towards A side.
Make it not clean.
Vitality. Sender eating a bit of a pulse there, down the 90. Hebei, rather, knife at the ready.
Good read from Liu Kang. Brave.
Second time.
Ooh, they're going to piece this together. Really nice stuff from Trace. Again, like, that's the Beyond, like, approach, it feels like. Just let's go do this. Let's go take this fight. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Likelihood ushered over towards this operator.
But they're just trying to make individual plays to create.
That's what, like, the secondary calling, I think, of Beyond actually brings. It's just a little bit more of a, let's go do this now. Quick.
Takes down 1, but still pushing forward. Noise going to be heard here. Kai starting to reposition. Market door going to be broken, but can they get through the op? First shot going to go wide. Drops down the TP across, looking to just go ahead and reinforce positions. As Kai looks for the peak, finds him on the second shot. Trex taken down now. It is all on kicks, and he's only got 26 HP.
Oh, you fucking peek. I thought they were just going to double peek and just mess it up. This is good. I'm happy. This is so good from Trace.
He has been incredible. Up to 21-9 and 6, dude. Liu Kang is.
Yeah, Liu Kang. And people saying that like flexing was a better shout.
There you go.
Put up that performance.
He is
He's looking like that guy.
The omens have been incredible this year. He's looking like.
Yeah, I didn't even notice either.
Ooh.
Well. Vitality now going to be calling their second and final timeout here of the map.
Really early timeout for Vitality.
Position, of course.
Yeah. Big thing is that the first timeout for Vitality did so much for them.
You know, their history.
But the one thing that Trace were doing really well on their defense, it took one timeout for Gorilla to go, hey, bunker up, play together.
I mean, this was.
Whatever seems to be the call is probably going to be the call. Trace is not a team that fake. They can mid-round adjust, but they're going to be very clear with what they're doing all throughout the map.
It's kind of.
Liu Kang's more experience as a pro player. Crossfire or CS was where he was from.
They have similar ideas on the
Sprite had a really good breakdown of him in particular.
They're not kind of going for.
Because I always get Flexing and Liu Kang mixed up. Because Flexing was the one that had like, he was the Billy streamer, wasn't he? And he did like the whole montage of him being like, I'm, you know, putting my everything into going pro. And it sort of went semi-viral from what I know.
that was really concerning for me for Vitality, because there's a lot of attempted individual plays to create space towards the A site. All of it falls apart, and then Trace Esports can recover.
He's like the Som of China. Just the streamer that was like, I'm going to go pro.
Ultimates here, though, are Vitality. Knives for now, popped by Safe, has that. 2 off the lockdown, 1 from the Hunter's Fury.
See, this is again like fine. You forced out an early recon.
Up through mid, cutting across into market.
So
Cleared out, smoke's coming down.
right kind of eco to be running if you're Vitality. Something fast, something aggressive, something uncomfortable. And then you just got to Odin spread him for biang.
Safe and Kicks both going to be kicked back. As now the spam through, looking for some damage, and center, yeah. Delivered under him. Bang in the meantime, finding the other 2. And
nice.
It's gonna be a flawless as Trace, once again, not allowing for that timeout to find value in the following round.
That positioning from biang.
It didn't feel like it was going to be flawless. Like my heart was in my stomach when you see like everybody's so close to the site. A right-click KO flash in hand for the kicks. Like here, I'm like, okay, no, it's fine.
Only that off angle. I mean, poor Safe couldn't even react to this.
Barrel stuff.
But Safe also peeked ahead before the flash went through. But I don't think the flash was great either for where biang was playing.
The IGL saw it previously.
Trace my front sunset. Oh yeah, of course. This is not taking a map of Vitality. I'm happy with, and especially because they have just been the better team. The thing that I guess I'm concerned for Vitality, because I feel like this.
See if they can talk things out, figure out how they want to work this.
I don't know, man.
Get aggressive with that op towards short. He's got complete control. He knows that no one's over here.
I'm just gonna keep saying it. I warned him.
It's gonna give him a pivot point, but it's been pinged.
I warned
Not sure if
Gorilla and I warned Frost from Talon.
for now.
Like, do not underestimate this team. Don't think that because they tried to play properly in a worse region and they're still not the best team in that region, that there's something wrong with them.
They get down, but there's the kill. Traded out here are the killjoys.
Ooh, nice try. He was really hunting for the jet. That's a great shot from Kai. Really nice.
Oh man, sending that bullet through the door like it was Indiana Jones. Finds Safe.
Your brain wants something your heart doesn't. And, like, to be honest, since biang has joined, Trace have been looking better and better.
Fury opened up center, able to find Hebe. Kicks getting looking in the
Yeah, that's fine.
Will take down Kai, so Vitality
Money is still really good. You can up again if you want.
keeping themselves in this game, but it was looking shaky for a bit there.
Yeah, able to get that.
Talon being carried by one guy, he can't do it alone.
Hitting some
Yeah, but just the whole way that they play is really good against Trace.
looks like he's gonna.
They play like they did against Leviathan. Against Trace, they win.
Try to ride out a couple more operator rounds potentially, and he's in.
I think no matter what, though, it'd be a really fun series. You know?
Go for the play.
You can tell that both, like, neither of them are particularly happy with how this is going.
It's kind of it's a tiles crunch. It's actually using the paranoia to set it up. Nobody's there.
Yeah, Runner needs to be very careful here. I don't think he needs to show presence either. Yeah. Like, you know he's going to be nearby because there's a turret here. But, like, him getting taken down is still, like, fine. But I don't know if he had a lockdown, actually, on attack. I wish it showed ults when you're dead. Because if he had lockdown now, I'd be like, ugh.
Safe though, in a good position to try to intercept here, but
This late lurk, though, look at where Sender is. Really nice Omen TP.
This deep wraparound by pings are coming through. They're aware of Sender's position now because of that kill.
Oh, the one way. Nice try. Yeah, Trek's nice 3K. Might be an eco now.
Him, and now just 3 rounds separating. Vitality still with an opportunity to get back into this map.
That's what I want to see from Vitality, though. You plant the spike, you can't just let Trace go for a retake. You gotta do something that's gonna make him panic. And this Omen TP is perfect for that.
Plays from Trace Esports are finding some value. It's these holds in the post plants that are starting to provide value for the side of Vitality. And that's huge, and that's gonna force a timeout now. Gotta read.
And this is a fine timeout.
I think Trace
Maybe a smidgen too early, but it's good to get in and talk early.
some speed as well, some confidence.
I'll let him set for a retake, exactly. That's just a win con against Trace on their defense. Don't let them retake.
Messy at times, and They found some footing, so I think it's a
If they're playing aggressive on one side and passive on the other, you can't let this happen.
Expended.
You got to take the site and then take beyond it.
Going into overtime. Lockdowns available on both sides. No command available for kids.
So I guess in that sense, Runner dying here is not too much of a problem because he knows like they've been super aggressive here, that they could flank all the way around.
Have that up in hand.
Yeah, and that's kind of
Oh my god, the music is just...
what I'm looking at as a potential win condition now.
Oh, he just dropped him on the ground.
You know what? I didn't see a tag on him, so security needs to get him off the stage.
Just lobbed that.
He does have a tag.
Spiking the penguin.
I mean, you know, he's not supposed
Get him off the stage.
He's not playing.
Penguin.
Well,
get him off the stage.
Let's go ahead and drop the barriers and see if this timeout is going to lead to Trace getting up to map point.
The bald men share a hive mind.
Vitality has here in the tank. Drone forward. Looks like just going to be Runner showing himself for now. As they once again try to set up Kai here on this angle.
I do like this. You're showing a bit of presence from the Odin. There's not really a chance that you expect that they put the Odin and the up over towards B. And this is, I hate to say it, but it's the win con right now. Runner is kind of getting ran over and has been all map.
The angle just yet. Sender making his way back over. Got the first,
Yeah.
and he's out.
He had one job. And he got so passively off the angle. But it's nice from Trace. Like, again, you show presence with the Odin. You're not going to expect the Odin and the op to be on the same site. Which is why the Sova's like moved over to here. Null command. This is just 50-50 angle now. And unfortunately, you hit the person that's downed. So, really, they only get one and get traded. And Fung Fung is just fighting. I don't like that. That's a Berlin kind of move. That's a panic station for Trace. For like time, you know?
They've already now made it into the site.
30 seconds left.
Does Kai need to play there? Probably not.
A bit of wall bang action here is it's going to be the lockdown invested here on the site proper.
Null command was like the best ultimate that Vitality could have in that instance. Lockdown as well. Nice, but you're not going to get the lockdown itself. They're not going to save because China doesn't believe in saving. And you just give Trex a 4K. Yeah, like that's 2 rounds in a row now that Trace have got the first kill and still lost. Because the adjustments from Vitality afterwards are too good.
A whale of a map. 18 and 13 coming into this. Has a Hunter's Fury as well. And it's going to have to be maybe a bit of an eco. Bladestorm still available for Kai. Didn't end up popping it earlier. And Kai doing everything he can here. Some great shock darts. But at the end of the day, there was...
Great angle. Great fight for Trex. I can't see how many timeouts teams have left. They both all got used. No more timeouts unless we go OT. Bladestorm and pretty much an eco. Casters have disappeared.
One suppressed.
See, I think with like the approach for that round, I don't think the Kai threw playing there. I think it was just a bit of a panicked situation, and then he sort of forgot about the lockdown. Because also, Vitality played that perfect as well. Okay, we have null command, KO ult in, KO goes in first. Why? Because if he goes down, you can pick it back up again, right? And that's the way to play up against an op. If there's an op on one of the sides, you execute on them. You're through them. And the casters, yeah, gone forever. Pipafin Achilles, Giga muted.
30 seconds left.
And here we are. Hebe is on the side. He's 5 HP. Takes a full fucking chunk. Gets sprayed through by Safe. Hunter's Fury is going to be used on the attack to use the lockdown, which probably shouldn't have been used this round anyway. But here we fucking are. 2 versus 4. Worst guns in the universe. And Luo King has to 1v4.
Technical issue.
Oh.
Seems like everything's taken care of as we look forward here into the round, though. Vitality in a good spot. 2 players dangerously low on HP. Looking for the wallbang shot here.
That's close.
He's just a hair off being able to find Sender. Just that Sheriff in hand.
Wish he had a tiny little icon. Yeah, I like the addition of the kill leader.
He makes his presence known, but eats a lot more damage there.
Yeah, I don't know why they locked down. I don't think that was needed.
You're going to be closing this gap now down to 1 round.
It's been an amazing comeback here for Vitality, but they're starting to play together, starting to play as a team. Nobody's going out and kind of dying for nothing for the side of Vitality. I mean, yeah, sometimes Trace Esports is able to get those early pick with the ops, but you've got the economy in a really roller
Trex is
position for Trace Esports.
giga performance here.
It may have to come in this round because they're investing in it, it looks like. Great hold on the site, have the Hunters.
They don't believe in saving. They don't. It's just Chinese teams. I've never seen them fucking save a gun in their life.
We're seeing now from Vitality, and this seems like
I know these players are paid a good fucking salary to play in China, but saving some money would be nice.
you have the null command as well.
Playing like they're Jeff Bezos.
Operator on the other side of the map, just the Sova and the Killjoy over on the B side. Ooh, doesn't catch it. It's just a little bit further back.
It could be something that comes into play here later on in the round. For now, though, 3-man push through Cat. Peek in towards Tree. Nothing noted on that left-hand side. And the recon.
Nice, okay. Get the fuck out. Leave. Leave. Don't stay. Leave. Regroup. Repush something else. You're just in a 1 versus 1 now. So you close this door and just hold it. Okay, that's fine. Nobody else overextends. Everybody can sit peacefully. Tranquil moment.
And now here comes the reroute with that alarm bot still standing by. Sender in position.
Don't you fucking do it, Luo King.
Shoulder. There's alarm bot not within that. There's the reveal. Push forward. Do they?
They set this up similar to what Trace did when they went A. But Trace are not buying it. This is a good setup. You see there, like Trace, like this is what the teams in Europe do, so let's do it ourselves. Luo King is about to do the fucking thing that I didn't want him to do. He's still going for more. He's seen him back off. That should set up these B players really nicely. You have a null command, but Hebei is playing this super passively because he doesn't want to die here. And now it kind of is a 4 versus 2 on the site. Omen ultimate. Good. Free.
No command sent, but Hebei. Not really gonna be.
Meanwhile, Kai's listening to fucking payphone on the A site.
Ringing out true here for Trace. Runner the last man standing with just no time.
This fucking team.
Need the 4K overall in the round. But Bianca puts an end to it. And Trace, they find map point.
Really smart stuff here from Trace Esports.
Is it? Oh my god, is it?
Proves to be really critical in terms of the timing. This as well.
That's it, you know, that's the risk you need to do. The Omen ultimate, really good.
A one and done position.
Heibei's ultimate over here. Then null command clearing this.
TP available. He TPs into boats. They set up this 3-angle crossfire with the Odin able to watch for the drop downs. Another one holding the alley. And another one can hold the back.
All right, Kai's watching Tree now. That's fine.
Absolutely shut down Vitality. Really smart stuff from Trace Esports.
Oh, and runner with a counter spray.
He was on site.
Yeah.
It was well disciplined from Trace. I wouldn't use the term intelligent because I feel like they sort of flew by the seat of their pants there.
Opting to rotate over here towards this side of the map for this round.
One of those examples where like good structure and good discipline and playing safe can screw you over when you have your jet up here for a late rotation. But obviously, if we do see Vitality reset and then go A for A main, it's round winning, and you're hailing him as a hero and a genius.
Hoping to bait out a rotation or at least keep an extra player on this B site. So far, it's working a treat. Kai has this op. They're going to rotate away.
And this is what Vitality are hoping for, right? Just keep him pulling the rotations. You've lost Bianca already. Like, where are we taking these fights? Hebei doesn't know what fucking day it is.
Swings out, drops down immediately, but still eats an immense amount of damage through the wall. Down to 30.
Position. Okay, I'm just going to shut some of this stuff down. Lovely double peek there from Vitality. A great shot from Fung Fung too. Hebei is kind of getting mined as well. Oh, they're saving. They're saving guns.
We will have to wait for that spike to detonate. This map is not over yet. Vitality, they want OT.
Yeah, Vitality really digging deep into the playbook here. They are working the map so well. Clearing the util towards the front of B.
Okie dokie.
Shifting over towards A with a couple players.
Like crunch time now.
That way with the Jet and the Killjoy.
Unthinkable.
Swinging back in through mid towards B, shutting things down. Kai though, might get one more for his troubles. Indeed, takes down runner.
Yeah, making this a little bit more costly as well, but there's still a good amount of cash here available.
Yeah, cash in the bank for Vitality, and it's not a great buy for Trace either.
No. There's only one more round where.
Run, 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 run. All right.
A final shot there on the center. Still a world away from having the blades online, so overall, not the most concerning thing here.
Counter spray was really nice for Runner.
Counter spray through the wall. Runner able to
Just
find.
what is Hebe doing there, man?
Unreal. What a swing from Sender. Trex just continues to have a phenomenal map there, just breaking things open.
Hebe, like I was saying, like Hebe is one of the best IGLs in China. I think he's fallen off massively.
Taking their map.
Especially you got biang there to help with some of the calling. That stuff looks better. But like Hebe, a lot of these fights on Ascent, he doesn't look ready to take. And that's probably the embodiment of Trace, right? So I don't know if you got rid of Hebe, whether that side of Trace that I really dislike would change.
Still sat here, but now going to be ping revealed, I believe, as there's the push forward. They clutch him out. Odin here, close.
Oh, he jumped.
Still managing
He
to take down
fucking
Safe,
jumped.
loses his life as Kai trying to find an angle here with that operator in hand. But everybody already making their way forward in towards the site.
Oh, was that a fake TP from Sender? Yeah. Because he's already done that kind of thing once. Trace are going to be super paranoid about it. Now lockdown to get it to OT.
Spring in towards Kai. See if he can try to figure out exactly where the Sova is, but the shot's a bit too deep. Needed to go more shallow.
Oh, that is a hell of a shock dart. That's a Kobe right there.
Kai eliminated now. A 2v4, a 1v4.
He jumped because he scroll wheel jumped.
To an end, but Hebe, oh, he's just in a corner. He's screwed. And the Runner has 3. As Vitality tie it up 12-12, we're going into OT.
It just took a little while for Vitality to get going.
Oh, man. Trace are going to win both pistols and still lose, aren't they, at this rate?
I mean, it felt like Vitality was done and dusted, and we were going to be going to sunset with Trace Esports up 1-0, but they are such a good team.
Walked right into it.
Right at his feet. Unbelievable.
Perfectly timed, perfectly placed. We were 11-6 up. We were, look at that.
I mean, Trex's scoreline is insane.
Again, after pretty much a Vitality timeout, they get all of the right answers.
No glass cannons, no Odins. So it's all even Stevens. This crowd starting to try to get behind Trace Esports a little bit behind us.
I mean, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I think now that Rians is a better Sova than Leo. Specifically a better Sova. Not a better main initiator or recon initiator. Just Rians' Sova is the best in the world. Maybe Com challenges. Maybe Leo challenges.
Just passing in the night. Doesn't go deep enough to peek into market. Nothing going to be spotted there.
Don't know where the jet is yet. That's the real danger position.
Because for now, could still very well be.
I feel it's one of those instances of like some of the recons and stuff coming out. It's like when Nat started showing off his cipher and just people went, oh, this is the kind of stuff that you could do. It feels like that a bit.
See if they can get that early man advantage.
Safe, avoiding the ping, the swing.
Oh.
The headshot and the shutdown. Fang eliminated.
China loves OT. Yeah, they love heart attacks.
Continuing the push in from market, getting ready to arrive. Safe, just tucked here backstairs. The swing out from Trex. He's able to find.
It's gonna be flawless, isn't it?
Takes him down,
Yep.
and that's the cleanup.
Yeah, this is the Trace experience in a nutshell. For anybody that's like watching because they want to see what I have to say about Trace, this is them. This has been them all year. It was them last year.
Sports trying to do everything they can to safely identify that position, and they still can't. They throw a lot at it. They take their time. Safe's just smarter, and he's really snappy with that shot. Fang tries to cross and is immediately cut down. Try to get through market, cut down again.
And it felt like this was the must-win round here for Trace.
Yep.
Very big impact from them on that attack. Now, needing to reset. Good damage there on the safe. The off shot going to be going.
Now they're starting to get a little bit, you know, aggressive, a little bit sloppy.
2 players, sub 50 HP.
Good amount of damage, but it's more like what you've shown on your default. Okay, like the jet is over on B. Do they tend to over-rotate? Not really. They might adjust, but not too far.
To help out Woking in short. In the tree, trying to create a crossfire here.
China needs to improve on its util usage. It's
Finds the kill. Fang
more how they use utility in moments where it's a little bit touch and go.
find that elimination. We're out here in mid. Bit of a fight back there. Trex tries to keep him in it, but now
Why would you fight this? You're 33 fucking HP.
Does land.
Guess he kind of has to, but like, man.
Be a bad spot to try to use it in when he's all on his lonesome. BNK will go ahead, put him down.
Good work.
13-13. We can.
So yeah, like I like trying the teams will have like the Valor plants and stuff, how they want to set up rounds, little utility set plays, but using them in high pressure situations, they often forget what a recon dart is. Never mind where they need to put it and where it would be different for this situation as opposed to normally. That makes sense. Like,
over to short to help out Low King. Expecting a little bit of an
you wouldn't see what Trex just like. Trex is shocked out that gets the kill in market. You'd never see it out of a Chinese team.
Now I wonder if somebody's gonna call a timeout.
Yep, Trace gonna be using their last timeout here. Wanting to, you know, you have to.
With Vitality get an extra one too, don't they? Because it's LT.
Previous attack had gone. Make sure that.
Let me do this because we're getting kind of low on time. No, we're actually fine. I highly doubt that this overtime would go more than 15 minutes.
Kind of don't clear one small piece of the map on the side you're looking for, and it costs.
How good was the gut Ayang? Oh yeah, that's the other one. Is it Ayang? Like at the end, or is it Ayang?
The next 2 rounds, maybe there's some set plays that you can try to go for here. Some executes.
No matter how this ends, good show Trace. Yeah, I'd agree.
To try to make.
But it is typical Trace for you to go, they are the future, and then never mind.
The name of the game for both teams. It's been very methodical, as you would expect. You know, everybody running kind of the standard agents.
But here's the
Not gonna change my opinion. Best initiator. Yeah, like Leo is just the best at his role. But I think that
potentially catch some players off guard.
Rians is catching up.
Very well be this.
Yeah.
Yang's him is young.
Try to challenge top mid there.
Ayong.
And that's.
So it's not Ayang, it's Ayong.
Maybe they're expecting.
Like Kung Kung.
A duel here, catch him
Ayong.
off guard. Start out to check for safe position.
Basically, any vowel noise is isn't it, in Mandarin?
Another slightly different look is thrown up over the top. Should have seen the head there of Kai. Gets the tag on the Hebei.
Like ANG and ENG are effectively the same.
The tailwind out.
Nice, Fung Fung. Just that noise. Yes, Lure King. He's found the A site. He's opened it up like a fucking book.
He's done it again.
This could come back to bite them.
Good fight from Safe. Oh my fucking god, Hebei, get it together.
Low King staying quiet, and now it looks like they maybe have sussed this out.
Low King has 2 smokes, but he's too busy playing fucking Assassin's Creed that he's not doing utility for his team. He played in this position before. They're gonna clear him. Of course, he's still gonna get one.
Has the up shot to close it out.
This fucking team.
In the driver's seat.
Switching sides.
And they've been so good at finding these early kills that just kind of set Vitality off balance.
Let's take a look back.
I am watching this. Nuh-uh.
So just down.
5v3.
And then they're just not ready for Low King.
No.
Like, thank God that Kai is holding out.
Finding these lurks.
Like, he had both his smokes. He had both his smokes. Low King had both of his smokes. And he doesn't smoke this.
Does end up finding some value, so it looks like Trace gonna keep that up in Kai's hands. But Low King
thrown over the top, though. He's spotted, still peeking.
Yeah, he saw him. Safe's still going to ego peek him, surely. Yeah, like, with Care Flush, it's nice. He gets out the recon dart.
Both of the Jets.
Pretty good amount of utility, though, that you're able to get out of that exchange.
The enemy expect the double smoke. They know that he's gone in.
Drone, you get the flash. So a little bit of a...
And he's, like, full clumping. It's not like they're being subtle.
But now this time around, Short's left completely
Not smoking makes him keep guessing.
And it's just...
I understand what you're saying, but I don't... I think in that instance, that's the side that you make pressure on, right? You find the lurk. If you're faking a side, you're faking this side and going elsewhere. Come on, you're in another 5v3. Don't fuck this up. Please. I am begging you, Trace.
To be squandered by
You have everything. You have everything around Ascent. You have shares in Riot. You have shares in Tencent. That's how much control you have of Ascent.
The slow creep forward, silent movements here. The nanos not popped.
30 seconds left.
Jump out though, and BNK again with the Odin. The quick.
None of their lane.
Gunbarrel spotted the drop down from Kicks. Sees the operator, but there's nothing more that he can do. He is stranded. Running out.
All right, chill. 4 versus 1. He hasn't planted. He's got 15 seconds. He doesn't have lockdown if he gets the plant, so you don't need to worry about this too much. You can take your time. Nobody can peek first. There we go. Good stuff, Trace. We get it over the line.
Of this series, their pick of Ascent goes their way.
Not even hard, right?
What an impressive start for Trace Esports. They look really.
Oh my god. It's so stressful watching this team. Even when they play well.
Punched back and punched back hard to send it to OT. It still was not quite enough.
Vanessa saying, please just fucking close it out to Trace the whole time. I know, it's like they had everything that they needed. They're just playing with their food. They're like, we don't have any international experience, so we're gonna like let this fly up to overtime to just get a few more rounds. This is a scrim for them. They want to play all 24 rounds if they can. Oh my god. Alright, I mean, I'm happy with Trace. What's the worst that a team has done internationally? Probably DRG, right? They didn't pick up a map. So at least Trace pick up a map. Billy, I couldn't really give too much of a... Couldn't care too much if they bottom out without any maps. But at least Trace got something. Hello, Abina. What's the next map, Sunset? Which was Trace's like main pick this year. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's their best map. It's Vitality's pick. So, I don't know what sides there were. I also want to take a leaf out of Tarek's book, actually, because I was watching him a bit yesterday. It's a sunset, we can do it this way. So they played it an awful lot. They lost 13-2 against EDG the last time out. Playing Silver Breach the whole way through. But EDG are just a kryptonite to Trace. Because if Trace choose to play defense, what you do is Vitality. If you plant, you fight sewers, you fight Boba, you push and you fight. You don't let them retake. This comp is so good for retake utility, just utility to take space full stop. Do not let them do that. That's the win condition. Don't let Trace play the game. What about Vitality? What kind of comp are they running? Sova, KO, Omen, Neon. So they're taking the Heretics comp, which is quite good at that, I think. It's a good point, actually. Like, for safe, how quiet was he? Kicks kind of got run over. Runner started to look better. Like, not first kill, not first death. This is a lot of first deaths. This is a lot of first deaths. Sender got kind of shafted a bit. What was it on their attack? Sender died a lot first. And it was equal across. So it was just their attack that, like, Sender was getting killed in the default early. As for this, it's only looking that went negative. And a lot of that was those A main fights. And defense, not too shabby. A-Bay was low, but that's... Thing is, this becomes less and less of an excuse, really. Like, I like his IGLing and I like his calling, but if biang is fully taken over the IGL role, then not really too much of an excuse, you know? This I'm worried about when we go over to Sunset. Like, Fung Fung needs to put on his carry shoes. There's maybe an argument that Vitality might have the best Sunset in the world now after beating Heretics. Twice. They're outplaying Heretics on their own comp. So this could be really one-sided for Vitality. This is not a bad map for them in the slightest. I'm going to run ads, sorry.
And also Dylan. Now, I hear you guys are in here every single day. Do you guys live in Seoul? 여기 맨날 오신다고 들었는데 서울에 사시나요?
No, we actually flew in from Atlanta. We got a Georgia Tech. Shout out J Park.
아틀란타에서 비행기를 타고 왔는데 그리고
Vitality very anti-strats Heretics. It would be a... I imagine for Gorilla and Leica, they sat down, had a cup of tea, watched Trace's sunset for an hour, and they got the answer. Trace will just unga bunga.
하시는데 날씨가 좀 더워서 힘들다고 얘기를 하네요. 그러면은 또 풋 저지를 입고 있는 걸 봤는데 또 미국에서 왔잖아요. 그렇기 때문에 좀 누구를 응원하는지도 물어보고 싶습니다. Now I saw you wearing foot jersey like a moment ago.
Show us your pick'ems. I don't actually have VLR pick'ems. It's in game that I did.
Yeah, I am. I'm a pretty big foot fan. Ever since CN joined, I've been.
I beg your pardon. He's a big fan of what?
선수가 이렇게 팀에 들어온 이후로
He's a fan of feet.
응원하고 있다고 합니다. 그러면은 이제 시네트 선수에게 한마디 부탁해 보도록 할게요. Now message over to CNET.
Yeah, I just.
I'm actually really excited to like go and watch back some of the the Tarek stream, the
누구라고 생각하는지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다.
like other people's streams to see what they're saying.
PRX is gonna win.
페이퍼렉스가 이길 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그러면 이제 또 페이퍼렉스에게 한마디 부탁해봐야겠죠? Now, anything you want to say to 페이퍼렉스?
Let's go Jing, let's go Forsaken. Yo, manangin is mo.
징, 포세이컨 화이팅이라고 얘기를 해.
Should we go like antagonize other streamers?
Guys enjoy the rest of the match.
All right. Well,
Like, should we go see what TMV's thinking?
honestly, being able to interact with all the different fans all across the world has been the best part about working Valorant esports. So you just got a little taste of that there. But let's go ahead and focus in on the match at hand and what we just saw.
Oh, he's talking about the UK rotation. Hold on.
That's not how this is supposed to go. Well, surprise, surprise. Trace Esports decided we're going to pick up this dub. And even though it got a little dicey there for a moment,
but I bet these fucking far-right people who are fucking rioting and throwing
I was a little bit scared that they were
going
just going to absolutely drop
what
off
will they get?
cliff towards the end.
Slap
But
on the
they
wrist.
locked in. They got that win on Ascent. It needed to happen. I think it's a necessary one. Map 2 of Sunset is coming up, and that's one that's Vitality should be, again, heavy favorites for. But after the improvements that we've at least seen from Trace on that map, and I think all of our expectations coming into this series overall, who's to say which direction this second map's going to be going into as well?
Yeah, I know. It really does blow my mind.
I genuinely, like, I've never craved going and getting some, like, takeout food in town.
No one was giving them time of day.
Yeah,
wild stuff.
Like, stylistically, they should have matched up well, but they've clearly come in with a ton of improvements across the board in a lot of their maps that they've been picking. And, you know, the second map is coming up again. I have to harp on about it, but Sunset, it's the other map that they first picked the most outside of Ascent recently.
Yeah, of course. And, well, let's go ahead and take a look at our HyperX Reflex moment of the day because...
He's just yapping about politics, which is usually what I do.
Esports' Kai, who just...
You chose Burger King to crave. Burger King is the best fast food for me.
Certainly delivered here without a doubt.
I think what's important to note, though, that while Kai was ridiculous and I think had a lot of incredibly impactful moments throughout this map to keep his team...
Trace back to our initial hearts, fight until we reach the top.
For Trace.
So Trace for them...
These teams from
Is the logo for Trace the... hands? Is it Hansi? Is that the Hansi for the word Trace?
Not about the individuals, even if he was great. This game was... I think about the post-fight...
Because Trace is a really cool name for an AUG. Chinese character, cool, yeah.
On that attacking side, they looked excellent. We talked about it needing to be about excellence.
Everybody hydrating? No, I left my drink in the other room, so it's a good shout actually. They're back.
Post-plant scenario, they're setting up the correct crossfires. They're swinging off each other. They're using the right utility. It was a really impressive and well-played map of Ascent from Trace.
Yeah, it really was. I think they have all the extra elements that you see out of good teams on Ascent as a map. It's really hard. I think when you're on an analyst desk and you're trying to distill down an OT map of Ascent into what one team did better than the other, because honestly, it's a lot of micro adjustments over the course of the map.
Trace went 8 out of 9 post plants with great fundamentals. I might actually. Lofast's brain just blew up.
You saw the best elements out of all of the individuals as well, just to highlight some players like Lao King, his lurks on their attack side. He was constantly opening up the other sides. They were calling the right pauses as a team as well. There were some great moments from Trace overall that got them over the line.
That, what you pointed out there.
Protesting for what? I'm not going to talk about it on the watch fight too much, but something happened in the UK. Somebody murdered a load of young girls
take that fight and then go
whilst they were doing like a summer holiday Taylor Swift dance thing. Yeah, they attacked multiple girls. 10 were in a bad condition. 3 unfortunately died. And basically the whole of the UK was destabilized by fake information that the person that murdered them was somebody that immigrated from Rwanda or had Rwanda parents that came last year.
I don't know. I'm on the Trace Express.
But it wasn't. It was somebody from like Welsh. They were born in Wales. They've lived in Wales.
I'm all about getting on trains.
But it's not like the same thing that happened with the man. I can't remember her last name.
For Vitality, they started
The boxer that was accused of being trans,
and safe
which ended up being just not true. She's biologically a woman. Khalif, yeah.
around him on this agent as well.
I think Vitality have a team on the defense side as well, which is where they're starting.
Like
They have a cool
everybody running with this fake story that she was trans and
the other side, like they're playing around a KO ult.
played in the women's boxing.
Kill trips stay up. If they knife, kicks can just.
It's like that there was some misinformation that was peddled by a load of people, and nobody's walking it back. J.K. Rowling's not going to tweet and say, "Oh yeah, sorry, I was wrong," you know, because she's a cunt. No other way to say it. Like,
But they play the KO really well. The defensive cross-map knives are massive for information, and I think the timing of Kicks' flashes is
like your Andrew Tate's, your Elon Musk's, nobody's going to walk back. Hey, we got this wrong.
really good. It's pretty common in a
The discussion of like trans women in sports is like genuinely a discussion worth having, because I think the people, including myself, are very ignorant on what you can do about it. It's one of those things I think like everybody, including trans people, is probably on the same side of like, we need to work out how to approach this going forward. But when people are just outright making up lies and then letting that just simmer despite it being wrong, it's frustrating.
As those halves wore on, but Trace has got some really good ideas on how to counter some of what Vitality wants to do.
But it's bad because you've got like, I imagine Bristol's probably one of the most liberal left cities in the UK. We have a lot of people immigrating over for various types of work.
Got the KO, you've got the breach, but it's not the breach with
I imagine when you have a far right protest and you have an anti-protest, it's going to be a lot more of the anti-protest people than the right people.
and they have the breach supporting it. So I like the breach a lot. It gives you so much control.
But then you're also going to have young kids. You might have people from gangs there. You're going to have people go to these things, not really caring about what people are protesting for, looking to cause trouble, looking to instigate for either side. Similar to like the BLM protests, right? Saboteurs almost.
Bit of that was mentioned by the desk just a minute ago.
So I think I would be shocked if Bristol doesn't kick off tonight.
You're looking at him to be that superstar player.
Is that the Wooten keyboard setup?
In EMEA to as well help set the pace.
As you can see, minor keyboard issue here on the stage, making sure that everything is good to go. So we'll just go ahead.
Electronic sports is more the future sports change and such doesn't matter. Yeah, the only reason why it matters now is because online gaming, especially in competitive gaming, was gendered towards men.
Yeah, I really love keyboards.
Wasn't a thing that girls did.
I own like 2.
Really?
But now it's a thing that anybody can do.
See people who just collect.
There's no like biological difference, at least I think of know of. No biological difference that would separate a male player from a female player in a video game.
I have, and I've never purchased anything because I go, no, the stuff that I have, it works just fine.
Right. I've used the same keyboard for.
I think a lot of things that would
I mean, like, I don't begrudge anybody if that's the
benefit men or women is like societal, really.
I understand having like 15 different keyboards.
For sure.
Like I have,
like they have them up on the wall like it's a gun rack. You know what I mean?
Like I have like 15. I have like 5 of the same.
I think the more female play games, the more it's commonplace. Yeah, this is only a problem now. Biang IGLs now. Then Hebe needs to go really careful because if he's not IGLing anymore and he's putting up stats and performances like this, he's gone.
I actually agree with you on this. One of the rare times that I see eye to eye with you on something.
Well, there we go. Now that we see eye to eye, I think we can go ahead and get things underway. Being told that the keyboard issue has been taken care of, I can see the timer ticking down.
So you just try and get another flex player, or even somebody that has some experience with IGLing. Like, genuinely, somebody like Nick. I know I keep saying that, and I know people disagree with me, but I think minus Hebe plus Nick for this team, I think could do a lot.
On the analyst desk from what I'm seeing from Vitality, although you do have Trex leaning towards mid with kicks. Maybe a set play there to try to counter any aggression.
So a tweet said, Tracy Sports, please win. Make all of Ryan Sigils watch by aneurysm to it. I don't know where you've been, Sprite, but I was losing my mind in that game as well.
But
it's just so annoying to watch this team sometimes.
King spotted dead. Safe, able to find the double headshot to take him down. And that's going to be a very good first blood.
All right. First death for Luo King.
Back over on Ascent.
Won all of the pistols so far for Trace, and it still was close.
Only for Trace to then still win out the round.
Like this, at least for Vitality, everything I kept saying to Gorilla. I make it sound like I said lots to them. I only messaged 2 things. So I asked if they needed any help. They were like, no, we're all good. Thank you, though. And I was like, please just don't underestimate them.
Ping gonna be coming through. Paint shell around the corner.
But don't let them play. Oh my god!
A second one.
Oh, how have they won? How have they won? Oh, they haven't won. They haven't won. I shook that is everything. Oh, how are they both alive?
Finds the shot on biang. Everybody low HP.
Oh my god, they've read that as well.
Still has the kill. And my god.
I need a book or something. I feel like I'm just gonna throw up watching this team.
absolutely ridiculous what they've dialed up.
Observers, can we see it again? But in slow motion, please.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I bought the Trace bundle. I bought it already. I read this.
Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh my god, that is so...
Oh my god, Fung Fung. More of that, please. That's kickoff stage 1, Fung Fung. Yeah, it's like, hey, it's the same.
Hey, Bay can't even take the heat, man. Woo. Ridiculous.
Well, now 2 Bulldogs. It goes 2 Spectres here for Trace going into the eco round. Safe still going to be picking up a Sheriff here. Try to have a little bit more punch behind him.
Well, and there's a little bit of thought about trying to contest A main again early from...
Also, Sprite, it's not Biang, is it? It's Biang K. But people just call him Bian.
Through spawn, and a 3-man stack on the other side of the map. For Trace Esports, they're...
I don't know. I thought you'd know.
Never came from any of the angles they anticipated, relying again...
That's what everybody else said.
Over towards the A side of the map.
Casters call him Xiao Bian, yeah.
And you kind of called
But Pipvin's been calling him Bian K. The thing about the pronunciation for the casters here is they're probably... Usually you get sent like a spreadsheet, which has like their name, the stuff, what they play, how old they are. And then pronunciation, and it's like, I've forgotten the name of the website, but you know where you can send an audio like file, a small one, where they pronounce their own name.
Yeah, they had the spot.
Or even have it written down too.
Use the pinch in here towards Market. Shot's going to ring out, and that's going to be Trex taken down. Slide across from Safe, and removed.
They're going to be ready for kicks, though. He slid
But yeah, I don't think it's...
Runner was taken down.
Classic.
I don't hate casters mispronouncing names.
They get a sense of it. They say,
Because I do it plenty. It's sometimes it's just impossible.
Really good discipline on this round.
And that's one of the things that the desk was talking
If you use some bugs in maps, will it be penalized? Yeah, of course. Why?
Things down.
Have you seen a bug?
They do it here again. Think about where players could be. They do it here as they look for a flawless. I mean, they fault line him. They know exactly where he's tucked away. So it's going to be a flawless anti-eco here from Trace. Once again, starting off 2-0.
When casters receive audio names of the players, usually we sent them. Does that mean that I listened to every one of them when I was casting? No.
Ideas, similar play styles, and you saw that in a...
I was calling Sakake Sakaki for the majority of planes.
You know, kind of info heavy, and everybody just kind of trying to spread the map, stuff like that. But
I think the big thing for China pronunciation is it's usually Yinsu. Like I've seen Yinsu go, you pronounce this player's name like this.
Come at you, swinging.
Like for Smoggy, it's technically like Smoogie, right?
And they're really, really cleaned up. You know, they're performing a lot.
You know, like I remember Istanbul that she's saying like it's pronounced Kong Kong, not Kang Kang.
So impressive.
People still call him Kang Kang.
Not a ton of time into this event.
But I don't think the Sue is here for champs yet.
On the camp, runner trying to hold the line here. Turns from the flash, does manage to find Fang. Cage going to be dropped down. A little bit of counter spam through that one. Safe as well. Going to get tagged up over towards that Market side. His 3-man crunch push gets ready to come through. Runner with a second.
Good fight. Good trade.
Still no man advantage here for the side of Vitality, and the spike not yet planted. Low King going to be taken down. The spike now needs to be recovered.
They call Sassy Sachi. Well, it is Sachi, isn't it?
To be done as he does get spotted out. Sender elbow showing there. Trex getting Kai.
You get the plant, you get 2 kills. It's passable, Trace.
One thing that we've seen consistently here is Trace winning pistols, but Vitality denying those bonus conversions.
Absolutely, and it's a really great job by Runner, just delaying as the Cypher, getting some of those big opening kills. Just kind of classic Cypher play on this B side on Sunset. And he works it to perfection, gets the rest of the team over to bail him out, to not really give Trace Esports much of an opportunity
It's Sassy.
themselves to find much value.
Baby Bay's just special. Isn't Baby Bay like he's not?
Runner sets the tone there, just shutting things down as that Cypher.
And
that's definitely...
He's slightly Latino, right? I don't know. I don't know how he's, because I don't know if he's a Portuguese or Spanish or anything like that. Like,
and they can delay that other team from feeling comfortable from getting into those post plants.
I don't know. I genuinely haven't asked him.
Really good about stacking and going for those retakes.
Okay. Oh, getting the reveal. Sender going to be taken down, distracted by the dart.
But is it actually Sassy or Sachi? Because Vancilla's usually the one that pronounces stuff properly.
Paint shells and Kai with that ping, able to find kicks, and the paint shell claims save at the end.
And I trust him.
Neural Depth now invested to just further ensure the closeout here on the round, the swing in, the double tap.
Nice from...
Finding it.
We'll say, Heibay's Breach is really good. Heibay's Breach is better than his KO.
Play off that Cypher smoke into the recon dart there.
It's Sassy.
To set up Low King. Just great coordination.
And I don't know why people are starting to call him Sachi.
So polished.
Kai getting into position as well to try to find the catch here. Runner wanting the Vandal, does find it.
He's Brazilian, so it cannot be Sachi. What, is Sachi more like a Portuguese?
Drawn out, but Kai has the headshot instantly. Nothing retained. Trace.
Why can't Heibay's pretty good?
Once again, just not allowing for that momentum.
I think he was a really good IGL. But the problem is it made Trace very like flat. Very well structured, very well put together. Like their defaults are nice, their executes are nice, but in a round in chaos, I don't think he's like cut out for it. But like he didn't throw a lot of rounds on the Ascent, but his decision making was not good.
For Trace Esports so far, allowing them to continue this run, and it's a weaker buy for the side of Vitality. One away from the overdrive, though. If they could find a way to get safe this kill with this Guardian, could be a difference maker in this round for sure. And just a very methodical, slow start to this round. Flash out, try to see if they could set up safe, but nobody home for Trace Esports. Closest player was Kai.
It's kind of a secondary caller behind Biang.
Leading towards mid.
Yeah, it's weird because Bianc was IGLing for Billy, then didn't want to do it anymore, and now he's doing it for Trace.
They're trying to approach this map. Vitality, they have safe.
It's strange.
But now the smoke comes through. Trace Esports.
But I guess that's maybe because Bianc wanted to play in more of a structured team, and he couldn't IGL for a team that was as insane as BLG.
Blank here, starting to work his way over towards mid. A little bit of damage found there. 2 players now below 60 HP on the side of Vitality after the paint shell lands behind Runner.
30 seconds.
Pulling the trigger.
You're cutting noise, you're not pulling rotations, they're not buying that it's going to go A at all.
Upset their odds here, but that's a great.
Where is the showstopper going? That was an attack paranoia. Oh my god, Runner ran right into it. He got team flashed. Good fight. Great ult from Trex.
And now time dwindled. The spike is down. It's in main. I don't think they're going to be able to get this.
I don't know.
Time just ticking. The TP forward is a...
He didn't get the spike. I thought he did.
The timing is a little bit off.
What the fuck?
Away from them still. Solid damage dealt here at the very end. But
I think he's still trying to plant, you know, get the extra bit of money. All right, what a raid round.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the idea here from Trace was they didn't like the initial contact that they received. They didn't feel comfortable trying for that showstopper, maybe a little bit worried about another trapwire or something like that. And they tried to create
really nice recon as well.
But Trex with an absolutely...
Trex has been monster. He's been an absolute god today.
What a lineup he has there.
Yeah, one less player, and the round is still going the way of Trace.
Yep.
Everything was on that Hunter's Fury, and boy, did he...
Biang is now the IGL.
Looking, pushing forward.
The desk said that earlier. I was like, wait, is he? I mean, they'll have the most up-to-date information. And then Sprite came in and said the same thing.
Got some nades and other things to
So I think that they were asked,
flash and a push out.
and all of the interviews and stuff, they probably worked it out.
Taking a scrape, but both sides for now. Gonna take a pause on this battle again, and Trace Esports, they've paused, but do they know? Are they gonna expect this position from Safe? He's pushed deep through mid.
Just rotating these smokes across. That's a very good question. Drone still available. MK sort of checking the angle. Far enough forward. Relay Bolt going to be sent fast lane. And the sprint out. Spray here from Looking. Oh, unable to find him from tiles. Oh. Drone now getting the ping out, the push up.
Ooh, nice try, Leo King.
Catch Trex off guard.
I like that with like the recon, the Eldron hitting, your pulse, and you're running back, and then somebody else pushes the smoke.
Eating a bit of damage.
That's so good from Vitality. Not just getting that.
So Trace took an IGL from BLG to not make him an IGL or something else. No, they took somebody that wasn't an IGL for BLG and brought him in 2 IGL.
Save here for the side of Trace. Cash in a very disjointed place here. With only Hebe and Looking really having much to scrape together, so they just have to sit back and allow for this timer to run out.
Hebe was IGLing, and then Biang came in to not replace him as IGL. I think he was just, yeah, like Sprite says, secondary calling. And just at a point, I think they were like, let's just make Biang the IGL.
Overheat. Didn't try to go for the big 2K. Gets another one at the end of the round.
Yeah, Shock Dart flushes him out. Now at risk here is Kai, but still.
Because Trace are really struggling in the mid round. I mean, you could sort of see it here. What they're struggling with on this map is what they've been struggling with forever.
Look at the replays.
Yeah, I mean, I think
A little bit like, okay, if things go initially wrong, what do we do to rectify it?
as we saw in Ascent, right? We saw it in the very first pistol round where they're not.
Trace is not moving people much in the map. Yeah, it's way too stagnant.
Tiles. And then this round here, you're not expecting Safe's position. You don't have a response prepared.
It's too well drilled.
Neon as well, that helps.
Bad habits. You're not grouping up as free and pushing B main. You're not grouping up as free and pushing A main. You're not grouping up with free and pushing mid.
So I think maybe now a little bit more of a lean towards some of the things that have been working is covering the angles early, making sure that there's no aggressive maneuvers from Vitality, and then finding the openings for those executes that have looked
Yeah, I mean, this is a...
clean. I mean, like you said, if
Timeouts have been good for Trace, if not a little bit early.
Yeah. Last few seconds to run out here. Trace, one other thing that we can say is that ultimately, I think they've been getting quite good value and good adjustments out of their timeouts. So I'm curious to see what the attack strategy looks like coming out of this first one here of Sunset. Fang does get a buy. Passed over a Vandal here, but okay, assessing what he wants to do. We'll just go ahead and have the Bulldog here at the end. So still a decent amount of firepower available to them. Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury, 1 charge away for each.
Yeah, and I think a fight for the orb is in order. See if you can get that Rolling Thunder available. Another quick push-up, very similar to what we saw a few rounds ago. Trying to see if they can catch a player off guard.
Full contact, I like it. Oh, just don't...
Go ahead and check. Gets the clear.
Comfort could not be more fucking obvious.
Anticipates it, but Center's still able to get away. Blast pack in sight, scouted.
Similar to the pistol. He does his job as a duelist, sure, but I think there's a genuine chance that they get Sender if they're a little bit more coy.
For now, Paranoia goes across. They wait that out.
Now, it wasn't a pun, considering that Trex used to play for coy. But chucked out.
Up there in the corner, but still they cannot peek in. They have not been able to find these angles, but now
I don't. I don't know how Kicks got that kill, to be honest.
The last one standing finds the headshot.
Oh, thank you for grouping up together. Thank you. High-low as well.
Nearly stacked up. There's the swing.
Nicely done. That's better from Trace. That's good.
With a right click, the cleanup is there, and Trace reestablish a lead.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit of difference in idea off the timeout on how Trace Esports wants to identify and clear that elbow position. It's the boom bot into the paint shells, into an aggressive push out to try to get through towards the site. The only thing I was kind of worried about in this round, that's disgusting.
Safe mid slide.
Really disgusting. The only thing I was a little bit concerned about in this round was that Biang was the one they gave the spike plant orb over to for the Hunter's Fury, and he's like right on the site. Like, but you know what? You have it for the next round. You have the Rolling Thunder as well. So
I mean, this could get messy.
Yep.
4 ults on the opposite side. Hunter's Fury going to open up immediately here. From BNK just trying to find a target, but so far all
Anything? He gets one ping. One ping.
doesn't get tagged. That's going to put that Neon now down to 45. Not the kill that they were looking for, and Fang also eats quite a bit of damage.
And an earlier smoke this time from Low King, knowing that there's going to be players trying to cross. Able to get
Just imagine NRG calls you. Yeah, how do we deal with these teams?
So this is going to keep Vitality guessing. That's a really well-timed smoke. And
Money is a little bit rough for Vitality. This is one of those rounds of like, okay, if Trace win this, they put Vitality on an eco and they put them on the back foot. So they're going to lose it.
Last backing forward. Wires cleared out. Reveal there on the runner as he gets stuck.
Omen fast rotate, fast flood. Again, this is the win condition for Vitality. Don't let Trace do anything. They haven't planted, everybody's rotated. You're just fighting them. You're forcing out bad peaks from them.
But Zender is just knocking them all down one after the other. The drop down looks for a little bit more. So Lil King now on his lonesome. 2 players low on HP.
Yeah, really nice round for Vitality.
We'll be able to collect. 4-4. We continue to be tied up.
Man, I liked some of the little ideas I saw from Trace Esports in this round.
Like, in that instance, if you're Trace, you could probably just sit and hold and be patient.
And they're so fast with their rotations because of
Like,
that.
you don't need to be taking fights like that. Like, even if you get the kill, you know that there's multiple defenders back site, so you're gonna get traded. So what are you hoping to happen? You just swing and get free? That they either line up or you just go super giga hyper mode?
Just take the rug out from underneath you.
No Trace on eco. I'm so tired of this, man. I'm just so tired.
A hero rifle here in the hands of Kai.
It's Groundhog Day, the team.
So now just breaking down the door, keeping that Vandal obscured.
In this round with a low buy, it'll be close still. Like, they'll lose in a clutch scenario.
Well, the trap wires, but there's the reveal.
Or it's gonna be another flawless.
2 kills now, a third already going to be found as well, the aggressive push and not leaving the too much of
Not
anything
quite
there.
flawless.
They will go ahead and get 1 on the runner. But otherwise, a damn near flawless is Vitality taking the lead.
Yeah, really starting to stabilize now. Our Vitality. 4 out of the
The only good thing for Trace is that you have ultimates.
Still sitting on an overdrive in the back pocket. Rolling Thunder still not finding an opportunity
Really need to figure out B here.
for Trace Esports.
I think Vitality's anti-strat's too good. Unless you have a specific way to deal with what they're doing, which Trace don't, because they never do.
Starting to see some smiles there from the side of Vitality. As it feels like they're getting a really comfortable read. B side has been very, very challenging for the most part for Trace Esports.
Watching Trace and FBX on the international stage really drives into how different Nathan and Destroy's coaching styles are, yeah. And funny that both of them need to take a leaf out of the other's book. That they're opposite sides of the spectrum, and they both need to come into the center to be better coaches.
So they're going to have a pretty decent idea that
Trace is doing pretty well. Good set play, Ryan, you donkeys.
Yep.
So they're able to get center into a much more forward position.
It's like the utility, the set stuff from Trace is good. But as soon as, like, there again, it's just as, like, Trace, like, okay, breathe, we can set up. Bang! Vitality just punches him right in the face.
Pushed up though.
But now, I think Vitality have left this too late. They're kind of just hoping to spray and pray in the right places.
But now knows that paranoia is going to be expired. Overdrive pop.
Don't think they know that he's here.
Target is Rolling Thunder's going to start crashing across. Kai, however, eliminated the man advantage, taken away from them here.
Oh, that's not good enough.
Defuse now being
Rolling Thunder was more dedicated for market too.
to try to go for the peak, but Safe will zap him down. Vitality.
Your reaction is the same Sideshow had watching KC. I hope it isn't, because I like this team. I don't think Sideshow liked KC that much.
guess too much on this round. The whole way through, they have a pretty good read. There's an attempted fake over towards A. There's no further contact. There's no contact through mid initially, so you're just kind of able to really lean heavily and quickly towards that B direction and kind of stymie this crossfire attempt from...
I think the problem that they're also running into is that Luo King's trying to do too much dualisty stuff. And there's a lot of these fights that I feel like we're missing a smoke here. Like, we're missing, like, Cypher cages here, 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 on attack. Like, they just don't have and cannot get control of this. They're smoking this off, they might be smoking this, but this is completely uncontested.
As well.
Vitality, it's the easiest B setup of their life, because they always just get this for free.
It's a 4-man.
This is better, though, because you actually can put pressure in this position.
Jump around the side and run
Good like team play there. Runner saving the day.
Shuts down the enemy raise. Aggressive maneuvers do get punished, but they find themselves now in the site. The spike plant coming in.
I mean, like Sideshow like KC now, not only because they're a better team, but they also going to make them a household name in like casting. Well, not casting, but just like as a content creator, I guess.
It's coming around. Hebe trying to go for the backstab. But is he going to be too late is the question. Paranoia not going to go deep enough. 0 Point not going to scout anything, but pressure here on BNK. Lil King to try to buy some time.
I wouldn't be like this for teams that I didn't like.
Forward finds the one, showing out the patience.
Like, I like Trace, so I think to me like flaming them is fine. Because it's like from a place of love.
Line going to be sent. Doesn't connect here on the 2. The shots they line up for him, but they cannot get the damage to connect. Smoke now dissipating the forward push and save, finding one.
Stop going B. Just stop going B.
Vitality will find 7.
Just leave it alone.
Again, these reactions are so good, and you know, it feels like now.
Like Trace went from winning what 8 out of 9 post plant. It wasn't that, was it? How far ahead were they? 7. Like 7. I think it's like they planted 8 out of 12 rounds, and they won 7 of them.
Towards A, see if they can at least.
Like here, every plant they've had on B, they've lost. Near enough.
Clear space. I like the idea to try to punish the owl drone, but again, just.
Except EDG, does any China team have a chance there? Ironically, I think that EDG probably has the least chance out of all of the Chinese teams. Equal.
Sender stabilizing the aim faster. Finds that kill. Kicks now. Pincering forward. Looking able to fight back for 1, but Hunter's Fury takes him down. 2 members left standing now versus 4.
What was I saying?
Look for an 8 and 4 half.
Any success.
They plant for market and then they push into market and die.
Going in, and yep, that neural depth that was available now not going to be able to come into play, but Runner's got one of his own. Hebe spotted out. Revealed here in mid, goes for the swing, but Runner puts him down. No chance of utilizing.
Saying about the Chinese teams? Yeah, I think Billy and EDG are like equal bottom of like qualifying out their groups. FBX have a shot. Oh, this has been such an annoying half to watch. But it's in exactly what Trace like. At least Trace, they're not playing weirder or more different because they're at an international event. They're playing exactly the same. For better or for worse, they're playing exactly the same. Sorry. I think all of them can do it, even now for BLG. I mean, for BLG, it'd be astronomically hard. I wasn't really that impressed with them yesterday. I know it's up against Fnatic, and like they had some good stuff on Bind, but I think that's more Fnatic looking a little bit slow to start than anything else. Some of the decisions that Fnatic were making individually were questionable. So, you know, always a bit rough. BLG have too much to fix with too less time. It's not even that. I mean, it's just kind of, they go, our win condition. Like, Biang gave away a lot with his little interview saying that the Billy basically prioritize individual performance above all else. That just tells you everything you need to know about Billy. And why that team either does amazingly at stuff like Champs last year, but also why they've been mediocre for the longest time. Because I don't think Bale comes in for BLG and has the same mindset. I think he goes, no, that's stupid. We need to build a team, not 5 individuals.
Sunset, you know, could be where Trace Esports start to pick up steam again. We know they've got it in them. We've already seen it today. And on Sunset,
I'd rather make a team that's better than the sum of its parts.
So could be interesting.
Because even if those individuals get better, then the team also exponentially gets stronger.
All right, well, Vitality seeking their first pistol.
Let's see real quick. Attacking side for both sides. Defensive side stats for Vitality a little bit better than their attack. That's not good. Attack for Trace is pretty good. Better than their defense.
on the sites.
Their defense could really struggle here. If Vitality know what they're doing, which I would assume that they would,
From safe.
this is their map choice. They know exactly how Trace wants to play this.
Just have to clear that and dash out eventually, but still the spike there, so let's see how they want to do this. If they're going to pause off the clear of the trap wire, if they're going to try to make a go of it.
Aldron is enough to fake it. Cypher is off site. It's a trip.
They do not.
They are prioritizing market control. They closed the door. You got a late lurk here. Real late lurks.
Lurk around.
And they are letting these guys retake, which is concerning. But it is because you can confirm late lurks. Which I don't know if this... I don't like this plan as much for Vitality, but we'll see.
Shot going through. Shock dart going to connect. Send her down to 69A.
To be fair, we haven't really seen Trace have to play B main post plants that much. Most people just fight on the site in China. There's the late lurk. Alright, Vitality winning the pistol. I think they win the map too.
He just cannot toss it out. Trex will find himself a third. Vitality will find their first pistol.
I mean,
they're so much better than us this map, yeah.
As Trace Esports, and it's so good from Vitality. Just so much util they can throw at that front door as Trace Esports tries to barrel through. And it's a whole bunch of dead players. Hey, Bay there.
Very quick shock darts. Just ping ping.
Tap of the spike. What timing from Trex. He has been outrageously good today. With the
He's just yelling in his mic.
The decision making. I mean,
Swear those two are just an old married couple.
MVP so far for Vitality.
I don't think you'd find too many to disagree with you there.
Yep.
Tracy's only chance is to get to 512. Oh, that's when they're going to start showing up.
Sent in, only safe going to be spotted, but he's already made noise, so doesn't care too much about that one. The swing forward, and now they know, well, there's a lot more players behind this Neon.
Yeah, he was totally fine trying to bait that out.
Fault line does clip there on the safe, but just no way of punishing. Shots in. Okay, well, safe will get taken down to 58.
Considering this is an E-Cup for Trace where they only have classics, they are using a lot of utility. Their full buy in this next round for Trace might be half armor.
Go through the meat grinder. Already a decent amount of contact there. So thinking that the other side of the map may be when there's a little more open space.
And Biang especially. You're not going to be able to afford like an Aldron at this rate.
They're a step ahead. They've got Hebei. They've got Low King. They've got Fang over here. Try to shut this push down. Just classics in hand, though. Some utility available. Could make a meal of this. Could take a few Vitality's players with them.
Oh, Hebei, I was going to say, has a fault line. Tucks back. Does manage to send that one out. Stun there on the kicks, but they still can't close the distance. That smoke there holding them at bay. Couple blind shots through to try to find a connection. His track snappy to readjust. Takes out the enemy breach as Fang flush up against the box. Looking able to find one. Fang will get another. But one bullet
They're
remains.
getting low on time.
The box here swings out.
Damage is good. The damage is really nice, actually.
But ultimately, Vitality not going to be getting thrifty.
Yeah, that's actually huge for Trace Esports.
Actually?
Oh. Indeed.
Good to know.
Yeah.
This is only chances to get to 512.
Again, it's just guessing correctly here for Trace.
They're on their way.
If they put enough resistance at the front, they would be able to kind of push Vitality over to the other side of the map.
Reminding me of the MP Classic. I mean, the Trace Classic is doing a lot of work.
Vitality to set up tracks on that angle.
It might be Fung Fung's Classic more than the Trace one, but whatever's more marketable.
Once again, nuts with that Classic. Finds a ton of value. Deeper recon.
Biang needs to go super careful.
A little bit of info, but Vitality trying to turn up the pace, turn up the tempo.
Yeah, Vitality are not going to slow down here necessarily.
Kai uses the one way to dissuade them from going any further towards the B side. At least
You look towards B, see if there's any trips there, any cameras, shit to break. But Trace's setup is different. Aldron is fine. Only sees the Silver on the other side. He gets tagged. And he's about to run right into this. Hunter's Fury, yeah, Bianca's so dead. Oh, he gets one beforehand, but then Kai goes down.
Kai at the same time. Man advantage.
The Trex is absolutely destroying them.
Completely theirs.
And it's easy for Trex to destroy him because he's playing the info agent, and they could... It says a lot that every single Hunter's Fury he has used has got a kill. That is because he knows exactly where Trace is going to be stood most of the time.
Door broken down, but a full market approach. 0 point holding them back. Showstopper can't come in quite just yet. After shock. Forcing Sender back, manages to get the crouch, eats still a little bit of damage, but TP's back across over towards safety and immediately is going to be finding a kill. Fang gets taken down and safe.
You want to kill one of them. You got a full buy against like a bonus.
Alive and well.
Yeah, I mean, bind I'm not really too happy about.
8 in a row for the side of Trace Esports.
On the side of Trace, I don't feel good about that map as much.
Absolutely frying.
Yeah, this is, you know, Vitality's map.
Bonus one. I mean, they're finding these great plays where they're able to get the pick, they're able to start breaking things open. They combo with that Hunter's Fury so well. And not only are they finding space off of that, they're finding kills. They're finding kills with the Hunter's Fury too. It's like everything so well drawn up and executed to perfection for Vitality. Gives them a huge advantage. I mean, Fang does have the...
Fang missing, that's not a good sign. And yeah, he's got to play Raze over on fucking bind in a bit.
Down for Trace Esports. Runner has a neural theft and just a cam watching mid, and Vitality now slowing things down, just watching for any aggression from the side of Trace Esports. Oh, got a spot.
He
does.
Same sort of thing though. Like, I think this is just a way to default on this map. Like, that's my preferred way. Like, fighting for B main, breaking any utility, you can reset, you can lurk up this way if you want. Or you can just fast execute.
Vitality just seeing that one player says, nope.
I'd rather the Jet Raze come from bind.
And this time around, it will be a much different
And
situation.
then you just have like Bianca on Sky.
They have a lot more open space.
Hey Bay Viper, Lure King Brim.
Starting to get a feel for this.
That could work.
Camera should give them some info as it's cleared. It should come through. Is Bianca gonna save?
Was it them or FPX that had a really...
It's going to be taken down. KO now out of the picture.
I know EDG had a bad comp on bind. FPX had a bad comp on bind.
Safe. Here alongside Ali, saw that muzzle flash. It's just
How is Kai able to get one there?
save, able to find one, but can he save the round? So the answer is going to be no. Spike is just stranded.
Long way to go.
From Trace
And Vitality is above the timeouts too. Just save the guns. Maybe do a bit more damage if your money's not amazing. It's not bad. What are they picking up the guns?
Take it down. Good kill to be found. Just trying to just gain any advantage they possibly can, even in the round loss. Still up by 6 here, our Vitality.
Yeah, absolutely. But Trace Esports.
Yeah, retake with a Raze ult is good.
Enough hesitation. Kind of catch.
Good first kill for Trace.
Got the spot off the ping. And then they're trying to push through in towards spawn. They shut it down. That sets up the showstopper on his site. And they're just kind of working into the midsection of Vitality's formation. And they're cutting them down at just about every point. So let's see if Trace Esports can build a little bit more momentum off the back of that.
Momentum.
Misfire on the cam, but the drone will still do the job. Trap wire cleared. Fast lane just
Ooh.
spot.
Ooh.
Having the drop down.
There's no like market control. Playing like this when you're just gonna get run over in market is not great.
Just absolutely and utterly screwed.
I wasn't watching. I think the trip got broken, right?
The market door, but with just 2 players left and not much cash here across the team, they're gonna have to save.
Well, that's a tough position to put Hebei in there, because you're leaving market completely open. You're leaving an angle.
His idea for Trace, Biang.
To get out of safely, unless there's a really timely smoke or
We got there. We did it.
to bail him out. And Safe plays that so well. Just a little bit of a peek to get the spot. Throws the relay bolt in, gets the swing in with Sender. That's so well coordinated from Vitality.
I mean, they're giving chase. The money isn't amazing for Vitality to be doing this. It's all right for Safe, so Safe's allowed to do it.
Does connect here on a Fang, looking for a little bit more. Does find it, but it's now down to 5 HP. Any stray bullet whizzing past could claim him here. He wants to try to grab the weapon, does so. And eventually will...
I don't think he should have shot there.
Spamming through the smoke there with 5 HP is...
Getting a gun was good. Staying there, or at worst, shooting and then staying there. It's silly.
Runner finds a pick at the same time that Safe and Sender clearing out Hebei on top of the box. Yeah, one more round. And they will find themselves taking the second map. Taking their map pick, but there's going to be one last timeout from Trace Esports to see if they can figure anything out.
The big question for me with Trace's defense is, what are they fighting for?
Yeah, unlikely, but you'd still want to get.
Like, there's no strong side, there's no weak side. You're just like,
Get the blood flowing again, get that momentum built up.
you're kind of like playing like NPC.
This is probably going to bind. So you want something to kind of take away from. But granted, at the same time, we have heard teams say, yeah, you know what? If you kind of get blown out of a map, that's easy to recover from. So we'll see which side of the fence they end up landing on here.
This is the kind of stuff I do in ranked, and it doesn't work.
Why not use it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just it's very Counter-Strike defaulting almost.
Anything here.
You stand here, 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 and you don't move. I miss Breeze. Nobody else has uttered those words.
You guys read that new Batman?
Like for Trace, yeah, good for them, but
Every other day.
Man, it's superhero build. But
kind of how it should move to CS. I mean, CS is a failure in China, really.
this map is Vitality. Look to take us to bind.
Not very successful. You've got the Mongols, but that's about it. That's not China as well, but that's probably the closest region to.
In case Sliggy didn't point that out for the viewers.
That's some good math in there.
Fang, maybe the first challenge here in mid. Catches a glimpse, but cannot get the shot across. Pop flash out of the cyber cage. Kai scaling forward here. As Aftershock further flushes them out, but they're quick to exit. Minimal damage taken, safe down to 81.
And just toying with the map. Trying to get some util out of Trace Esports, and Vitality now able to pause, reset. They're clearing both sides. They're clearing both mains. They've got so much space.
Ooh, almost.
Takes BMK down to 45 HP. Four-man stack now here in B lobby. Trapwire just on the far side of that cage, but Kai able to strike, finds a headshot, and Kicks is going to be taken down. And that's going to make them maybe think twice about attacking this site, especially as that smoke gets cycled here from Low King.
And they're just going to re-hit and go through market.
Try to get the crunch going, but
Door shut, that's about it.
keep that push from top mid coming through. Doors are
Paranoia in that too.
Smoke coming through, door broken.
Good position for Biang.
Finds the first headshot.
Good fights.
Two more in the
It's not really something you want to like.
Now last man alive.
Can't hold out for that every time.
Pick up a free upgrade from the Spectre, and that is a
China doesn't leave on colourful games. No, every game is a banger, but when every game is a banger, it gives you a banging headache.
They just hold their ground really nice.
Who knew closing market door helps? I think they have been closing it. I think it's just been getting broken.
Holding a tight angle.
It's getting broken, and then they're shut down the trip, and then it's just open.
Bianca, head on a swivel in market. Well aware of that push potential, and just not much that Vitality.
They're leaving it open this time.
Round sort of wore down. They couldn't really find any openings that they wanted.
And there's no trip there even.
Map there.
Yeah.
And there was
I think even Destroyer's like, just leave market alone.
More tries, chat.
Just pretend it doesn't exist.
Caught by that for a brief little moment, but no one there for a punish. Three members here.
See, you got 3 members here.
Try to slow things down and find some.
A little bit of aggression would be there. I don't like doing this. This just feels like a little bit like, let them just come in and fight us.
Getting too much other than Fang.
Like, you need to be actively fighting these positions, I think, if you're not going anywhere.
Paranoia coming across, blinds him up here. Deafening him for the moment, slide forward.
How has he still got that? Hunter's Fury is really good, but the kills still go Vitality's way.
Fang and Low King both going to be eliminated. Site opened up, but Spike still not there, still lingering in elbow.
Runner.
There's a bit of a standoff here in mid.
Nice fight from Biang.
Runner taken down.
Oh my god, hey Bay. Oh, he's not had a good day today.
Remaining form pops the null command.
Ooh, are you going to take a shot? Are you going to do...
No way.
Oh, why are you walking with your knife out? You're using a neural theft. You know where they are.
Wise to it, and now it is all on BNK to try to turn the tides of this. But it's such a tough angle to clear. Shock Dart, however, makes it a little bit easier for him. Takes down one. Spots out here on the track. Swoops in.
Ooh, my god.
BNK with a 4.
There's a chance. There shouldn't be, but there's a chance.
Monster is clutch.
That is absolutely.
I just tuned into.
He is all over the place.
He did that with a Vandal as well. That's like taming a dragon.
He's getting shock darted. He's got angles he has to clear, and he's good for all of it.
I mean, you saw from
This transfer, you could just see it. Like, all right, he's low. Switch. Ugh, gets it. 8 HP. Barely a smile on his face.
The spray and pray rewarded a Red Bull clutch. Is now 5.
Trace won on Ascent. Yeah.
Dude, I was so ready to just be like, Trex played that round so well. The way that he held down A-Link, created that extra angle for Vitality, you know, was playing his positioning.
All right, Fung Fung is the up now.
Can't quite clutch it out in the end. 8 HP left. But what a round, though. What a round for Trace.
I mean, this series.
Turning point. Ugh, I'm not gonna say that.
Runner. Seeing the drone going over towards Styles, goes for a quick little peek, but position now going to be noted. Everyone from Vitality gathering up here over towards A. Deep line looking. Drone going to spot him out. Safe pushing forward, slides up and.
Ooh. Oh, shot from Kicks.
He ends up getting taken down as Kicks takes his head off. Weapon not recovered.
Oh, you lost Biang too. Omen ultimate right in spawn, but it's a fake. The Cypher is close enough to hit it, got cancelled.
There for me. There was no backup quite yet for Bianca, and he still opted to challenge that angle.
I think they're going to expect the upper still here. Yeah, great flash. A good movement actually to get out. Oh, but he goes back in.
Looking now here in the corner, Paranoia going to be sent through. He's so damn low. Kai covering fire.
Safe is low too.
He confirms the kill, but he does not. He barely even hits him.
They win a round like that, and then they lose a round like this.
Them is Vitality. They say, hey, nice Red Bull clutch. We're going to go ahead and get a MasterCard thrifty.
But even then, they just know where he's going to be because Trace playing the same positions every time.
Stopping the run back here from Trace. They make it look a bit more competitive. They go ahead and impress us and put our jaws on the floor for a brief little moment. But now we get ready to go into bind.
That should be a real interesting one. Neither team specializing in bind.
All right, well.
They all just get classicked.
We'll see who comes out on top when we come back.
Oh, I mean, well, like Vitality Sunset is great. So at least we did something there, but I'm just like, I'm at my limit. I am at my limit with this team and like how they play. You know? Just go with, like, I'm surprised that they didn't actively go towards playing like the comp like this one. I guess it's because of like Heibei's reach is better than his KO. But like what was his stats on here? We don't know yet. Is Rib GG up to date by this kind of stuff? Because I mean, it hasn't been. Bianca, oh no, he was at less, so do it by ACS, which is not done by ACS at all. 102. Heibei is having a horrible time. Don't let your blood pressure get you, old man. These damn kids. Lure King's having a good one. Yeah, like this is just. Like 110 ACS average so far, and you're not IGLing anymore. Like, what is going on? So what are they playing on bind is the question. It's the only downside we're doing it this way. Also, why do I have fucking TMV stream open? Oh, I did it on the wrong one. Sorry, that's weird. There we go. Trace there 3 and 6, which is kind of yikes. Their defense side is pretty rough and has been, and they're currently on 5 losses in a row. Oh yeah, they tried the deadlock. Of course they did. We are trying up the deadlock against the team that also ran deadlock. So this is a question of like who has the worst bind. But beating Heretics 14-12 on this map is pretty impressive. But like they lost to all of the other top teams in China. But this is easily one of Trace's worst maps. but it's their defensive side that's letting them down, right? Pretty much played the same amount of rounds. And, I mean, that's really bad stats as well for Vitality, but against tougher opponents. Less games. Like 3 maps versus how many here? 9? You just need to span the util, and like the util for Trace is often leaving a lot to be desired, so I don't know.
The match, how you gonna like be ready for the match, you know, how you set your routines. If you're gonna troll your routines, it's not gonna be great as well for the match day.
What was this like for this map? Better for first kills? No. Because here, like, you're the majority of first kills and you barely win. But here, you just...
Vitality find themselves one step closer for being able to lock up this
like,
series.
8 out of 9 rounds where Vitality get the first kill, they win.
They probably were coming into this
And then Trace do the same.
in a great spot. You know,
Like, both teams sort of really struggling with, like, turning around back into their favor despite losing the first player. But it doesn't matter when one team has almost double the first kills. Like, that's just how it... This is a bit more different.
really showed us why there are forces to be reckoned with.
Neither team particularly very clean with getting the first kill and then winning.
They rebounded hard, I think, as well. I mean, a lot was going right for them in this instance as well.
Sees where they're losing a lot of fights too.
I think it was the retake protocol from Vitality.
Yeah, it's just good space, good fighting for Garden. I think it works for Sunset though. I have a feeling Trace wins in bind. They would have to magic up something. They would have to go to the elders of China and go, what is the secret to like learning how to do this? It's just Kong Kong. Like he's just like run double duelist.
I think we saw some moments towards the beginning of
Put Kai on Jet and you win.
Individual mistakes. They were maybe playing a little bit scared. Here, they were running everything we saw from them in EMEA and doing so really well. Taking those right timings to pause in the round, setting up for these.
Watch them win now, yeah.
With safe following.
But it's good. This is going to be really hard. This was always going to be a really hard series. I think it's good for Vitality at least because you are tested, you are scared a little bit. Maybe it was just like first map jitters on an international stage because this is their first international event since lock-in, which this team is essentially completely different minus Sender.
Well, and also too, it helped that Trex just popped off as well. He had a pretty decent game, I'd say, and that certainly contributed quite a bit to the success.
So this map, like, looked really good for Vitality. Like this is having a Sunset look as good as this for Vitality is a good thing to get you out of this group into playoffs. You know, they go up against Talon. I think they beat Talon on it. They could even beat Leviathan, to be honest.
Pretty well, but he's often, you know, playing second fiddle almost to that guy. But in this instance, everything he's doing isn't necessarily flashy, but it's just he knows his role, he knows how to play it, it's effective. He's making sure that his util is being used at the right timings, his darts being saved for the
job don't got to be pretty, you just got to get the job done.
Exactly, and it's just the right place, right time most of the time when they're kind of trying to, you know, play off of.
Yeah, but it's the right place, right time because Trace played such a blocked up way.
And the last time we saw this guy
and such a telegraph, like they do the same things, they play in the same position. So having a Sova shocked at these spots, yeah, it's always going to get you on.
I think he's grown so much as a player since his time on that roster. Now, basically only playing these initiator roles. I think his Sova looks excellent, especially his shock dart utility that you're talking about. It honestly looks kind of Leo-esque, his former teammate who was the Sova player back when he was on Guild. But yeah, I mean, 2 fantastic maps from this young guy back to back to keep Vitality in it. I think he was also the catalyst map one for them to almost make that comeback happen. So huge credit to Trex in this series.
He's been top fragging pretty much for this team, you know, in both of these maps, right?
When we win bind, I don't feel great about it, to be honest. Oh, I am Renard's. Fuck, I'll do that now. I need to like stretch my legs. I'll stand up for this one actually, so I can actually stretch them a bit more.
Here, curious to see what we'll get from Trace out of this one.
That's the big question.
I haven't stood up in a few hours.
Bind has not been a good map for Trace historically.
Nope.
At least when we're looking at recent history, I think in terms of their recent week-to-week performances in stage 2.
They're on a 5-map loss streak.
It's about map for them. It's a real bad map for them, and they've been chopping and changing the composition, not really willing to settle onto anything, to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with an even newer comp this time around as well, as they're going up against Vitality. And Vitality, I don't think it's...
I don't have to really get the most out of my camera, so it doesn't feel like I'm
that I have watched of what I've
locally.
with this team. But they do
You'd rather be middle ground here rather than in a 5-loss streak.
Rather than not even knowing your identity.
Yeah,
exactly. So I would favor Vitality with this one. I think that if the win con was there for Trace, it was based on that form factor and maybe the shakiness and nerves playing a fact. We saw on Ascent kind of just carrying over into the deeper parts of the series.
And I mean, we saw it when we came into this segment, how much happier these.
What's ironic is that this whole thing was built by the assistant coach of Vitality.
Hearing from these players how good the environment is on this team, for Safe especially, having players who are his good friends, who he's comfortable with up on that stage.
Yeah, not a lot of defensive rounds won.
When they're in a good environment.
So I hope the Trace chose to attack first.
Absolute best. It doesn't matter how good
We are in for pain.
as a team, and that's what Vitality exemplifies.
Trace picked defense. I don't know if they did. I'm saying, like, hopefully they didn't, because the defensive win rate is pretty bad.
Walk away with the win on this one. Chat spamming, going nuts, and seems like everyone's favoring Vitality. Makes a ton of sense.
I mean, it's not surprising.
It's not surprising. And also, smiling and the pearly whites are out. You better watch out. The man's looking to me.
I'd go the same way. I'd go the same way as everybody else.
The bear is so menacing.
Yeah.
Hebe doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Don't tell
I was wondering
him.
what was getting fixed and corrected with the keyboard there, because that's what we're waiting for before we can get into the game.
He needed the colors.
Believe.
Lighting has to be
Exactly, the
perfect before you get into
RGBs,
the game.
I mean, this team does well when you underestimate them, so if I start underestimating them...
BTQ plus. you gotta be. You gotta have the rainbow. Always.
All right. Well, let's see how this works out, man. Honestly, what we're gonna get here.
Oh, the WASD is perfect.
Trust and believe will pull through.
I'm really
Hey, Anshi Banshee.
Is that like the Wu-Ting software?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the Wu-Ting.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Is it? I don't know. I could be just.
Yeah, it is.
My ass, but.
That was an unbranded keyboard software.
Now, this is what you get though when it's like, oh, what comp are Trace going to be playing? We don't know. They played a different comp the last like 5 times they played Biang versus a Vitality team that should be the favorites.
Were they running anything standard?
Well, the last thing they ran was the Deadlock Cypher comp, which again, even running Sentinels alone on Bind is unusual because typically teams will.
Yeah, I wonder how Hypex are going to feel about Ren mentioning Wu-Ting.
And like Raze.
Yeah, 4 maps ago was the most standard comp. They were playing Gecko Sky. Most teams these days are playing the.
Hey, running channel doing points predictions for this map. My Gamba is itching.
You talk about the deadlock. You talk about.
Can do it for this map, I guess. It's just me doing it though.
Into the mix,
I don't like the sky.
Oh, how do I do it?
I'm not a fan of it either. Also showing Yoru looks, even a double duelist earlier on. Like it's clear that
all over the place.
It's clear that they have not fully figured out how they want to play Bind. This is not a super comfortable spot for them.
In this instance, I don't know, right? Because there was something you guys said earlier, and it was really pointed, where you were talking about how you could play a composition.
Is it a poll? No, it's not a poll, is it?
You gotta understand how the standard composition.
It's not prediction. There we go.
Right? Yeah. But so the point I was trying to make is, kind of okay if they just run the 100 Thieves comp and just play it simple, but I get worried if they can't execute it because they don't understand the composition.
Yeah, absolutely. I
There you
think
go.
a lot of people get caught up, especially when they're watching teams who are kind of
You got 10k ready to send on Trace, do it.
level of tier 1, get really caught up on this comp isn't optimal. This isn't the way we should be playing this map. There is a meta way, there is a right way to be playing that, and there's a reason the meta comps are meta. They're really good.
Oh, you're spoiling the comps there.
For a reason, but I think that especially when you're playing.
To be fair, why would you change it if you're Vitality, you know?
Playing into comfort is fine. It's not a perfect comp, but if you've scrimmed it a lot, if you're comfortable with it, if you can catch teams off on it, and you have more depth there, I think it's better to have depth.
So you have something to win.
Than play the best comp poorly.
I 100% agree with that one. I'm just waiting for the cameraman to give us that sneak peek of the comp the Tracer playing, man. It's the most recent one that they played.
Yeah, they're running the deadlock.
Exactly. So it's going to be the double sentinel, which is unusual. You can, when teams are trying to run the deadlock.
Did it go well last time? No, they lost 13-9.
You can try and like coordinate the nade.
It needs a lot of coordination.
Some TP crunches as well, which you can cook up. Listen, you have options with this composition. It's yet to be seen, really.
No Viper.
It all depends on, I think, as well.
And Tracer defending first. How many defensive rounds did they get last time?
They're not used to playing against because
3.
can be, I think, quite difficult to chew into. Think about the hard execs into some of that double sentinel utility. That's a bit of a nightmare in most scenarios.
And I actually think that this comp is stronger on that attacking side with how good.
That's what to turn this light down.
When you have this deadlock in the mix, I think the thing that is difficult is you can't go for the hard, faster execs in the way we saw them do a lot on Ascent with those like super drone
Oh,
splits.
fuck off.
With only a solo Sky, you have to really be like contacting up and taking space early before you're going for the pop flash plays onto the site. We saw that earlier in the tournament.
I mean, Deadlock has really gone on Abyss, Ascent and Bind. I don't think that the Deadlock is bad on Bind. What I don't like is that you're playing a Deadlock into a team that played Deadlock before and moved away from it.
Omen one ways as well, I think, are going to be honestly really sick to see. Actually, the Vitality is one of the teams that are really innovating with that on this map.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't see the comp. It's the same comp as last time.
Which squad is walking away with the dub? Let's find out and send it back over to you casters one final time. You got Paper Thin and Achilles for the call.
All right, thank you very much. Game 3. Let's see which one of these teams is going to be keeping themselves on the upper side of their...
Go for the pistol.
Trace.
It's gonna work. No,
Things off magically on that Ascent, but not really finding their footing at all on Sunset. Now we go to Bind, and we have some very interesting styles being put on display.
Yeah, this is two slightly off meta comps.
Oh yeah.
You know,
and the Omen's not something we see very often either.
Exactly. The Omen's.
How do you stop the predictions?
What most teams like to do, and then of course that double Sentinel, Deadlock, and Cypher.
I want to stop them now.
Trying to run that back, trying to see if they can find some more success with it. This map has been a struggle for Trace Esports, to put it nicely. They're 0-3 on it in stage 2. And their win percentages are low on both sides of the map. So let's see if they can find some more success. They've got a ton of util in hookah, but that's been complete.
You got a trip here. You got Deadlock utility over on there with a trip. I think this is the same pistol that they ran against FBX, which is kind of concerning. Because I remember this. So I was like, how did the Cypher get here and here?
Has to back away from the angle here for now. Let's quick jiggle peek out.
Hoping for a good last map. Yeah. I'll be happy either way.
Hovering around that B side, trying to just instill some doubt as to where Vitality ultimately wants to go. Trapwire able to be cleared.
This is a great first map for Vitality, first series for Vitality this tournament. Hopefully it gives them enough of a momentum boost.
Vitality now turns their sights over here for the plant.
Sort of shows that even the series that seem easy to ante and easy to prep for don't always end easily.
And here's the jump. BNK able to find one.
I don't know if you need to fight this if you're Biang. You know that there's more people coming through. And everybody else has died. Like, Safe either has to go and fight you, or he goes into all of this utility here. So what do? You push him?
He actually doesn't check the left side.
Oh no.
Yeah, not great. There is. Okay, well, peek in as they try to clear out the wall. We'll just go ahead and expire now. Looking, given an opportunity, all three players dangerously low, but has to divide and conquer. Drex pulls back behind the box, tap on the defuse. Swing out some shots towards elbow.
Time is getting low as well. Vitality played this post plant really nicely.
Even some further eliminations would be good, but they know that he's not on this.
He's not saving.
Let's just try to take them down here on the exits, it would seem. There's the swing out. They line up just about for him. Is able to go ahead and collect them both, but will die to the spike. Trex will be the last one.
Does a little bit more damage. I guess that's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's really interesting counter moves by both teams. Kind of away from that short.
I just still like Biang going for that fight on save.
Scuffle and the creation of space by Trace Esports. It's this lurk from Runner. Gets around that wall.
That's literally... this wall was thrown and Vitality was like already in and they didn't realize. What happened?
For that TP. Vitality still found.
We're too busy watching this thing happening that we missed what happened here.
Getting that plant down and just really good discipline there in that post plant. Really, really, really good from the side of Vitality. Knowing that they're weak, knowing that they can't give any opportunities over to Lil King, who's been ridiculous in some of these rounds.
Repair and pushing is nice.
And they just play it out patiently. So I liked some of the things from both squads, but Vitality just, again, a step ahead.
Cam does get spotted out, cleared. Triple stack at Showers. Fully expected.
The longer this scales up though, the more that they're going to be like
working their way across towards this position.
focus going on here. Yeah, Prowler spotted him. Crunch is coming in, which would be good. Everybody grouping up.
As there's the rush forward, but it's 2-3 quick.
Yeah, nice from Trex. Just beat him his ult, you know.
5-0 thus
Really well read from Vitality, just taken apart nicely. What are your thoughts on the Trace comp here? I don't feel amazing about it.
Unflappable. Hey, bait. Just trying to wait around the corner.
We've already seen it not really work.
See if he can find any.
But the fact that they stay with it means that it probably was working in scrims, so...
Able to win that fight here at range. Headshot comes in. Safe going to be taken down. So some damage found, so he goes jumping across the side. Grabbing the weapon. I believe. No. Now,
I wouldn't say I feel particularly great about it.
eliminated. So ultimately, 3 players left standing. Vitality.
Did he try and save the Bulldog? Because if I'm him, I'm throwing the Bulldog into where the Stinger was just thrown. Don't let them save a big gun into the bonus.
Already 5-0. Already fast-tracking a Nightfall. Looking so good. Just playing that so patiently off the Prowler. Just very wary. Doesn't over-peak, doesn't overextend himself. Uses his own utility to make sure that they can't rush around the corner. Very, very nicely done. Now you look to see if Vitality can find another bonus like they did on Sunset. Ebe with that wall right outside of the teleporter. I think maybe trying to set up some kind of trap play where if they push showers, he can throw it out and block them there.
If you hear a tap on the orb, then lock him in.
Yep.
Have the peek out, but no
Nice
one on that
idea.
side. So for now, we'll just remain tucked here alongside the portal. Trailblazer going to be cleared out. Sensor as well going to be taken down.
Man, the patience.
Hunt didn't actually hit anything. Luckily,
Trying to set up a flash off that
both didn't get pinged.
little pop flash and then a peek, but Vitality.
If they both get pinged there, that could have been really scary.
Another one set up just on the drop outside of Hookah. Smoke's coming down, and it looks like ultimately B-site about to be hit, but looking, rotating off, working his way towards that A site. Wall for now is keeping them locked in place here at Long.
Yeah, and this is why they can shift an extra player over towards the A
See how
side.
this goes now. Sorry, I'm fucking with my mic.
Everybody's making their way over to B.
Gonna have to. Oh my God!
Still walking up.
Trex just finding Haybay, takes him down. Bianca just
Another bonus win.
everything landing at his feet. The bullet landing into his temple. Vitality looking for the bonus conversion, and he can
And now the save it.
Trace have to make the call to just allow for it to happen.
And Trace relies so much on that deadlock wall this round because they have showers control the whole time. They're sitting there and they're like, okay, and then there's a little bit of contact.
Yeah, I don't feel great about this map now.
Towards the B side, so they shift Liu Kang over towards the other side, and they're just waiting with that 3-2 stack, and then it's a quick clear and 2 quick kills from the side of Vitality. I mean, Trex is so on point, catching a player right towards elbow, and then gets the assist on the second kill as well with the C's. Ooh, Liu Kang, good for the kill on Ascender. Can you find any more?
Oh,
Ooh,
has to push up into the corner. Will be able
Yeah,
to
save it as much as you can.
I mean, decent to find one, gets him closer to having that.
Vitality just playing the meta comp on the map into it.
Away, but looks like we're gonna have an early timeout call after that bonus conversion.
Yeah, I was legit thinking then, who am I getting to replace Hebe for Trace?
And it's little mistake.
Which is a horrible way to think, but it's also the way that Chinese teams think.
At this level, I caught a glimpse of the post-match interview with Frost, and that was
Ironically, getting a player like Simon would have been good for them.
you know, Talon struggled against.
But if you have Bianca on the... Like, it's basically like, if Bianca's the RGL now, there is zero reason to keep Hebe.
There's 16 incredible teams at this event. And still, though, Vitality...
Like, with the form that he's had pretty much since... It's stage 1? Like, stage 1 playoffs.
They're like, we're just going to clear the wall, and on a dime, we're going. And it catches Trace Esports very off guard. And that's really brutal.
I was like frustrated and annoyed that Destroyer's luck, to be honest.
You need to be able to stall. You need to be able to delay so that you can get those rotations. You can get there and really gum up the works and keep the other team from making those easy executes.
Mimi pointed out, like, kind of likes this composition a bit more on the attack, but
yeah,
you definitely want to have some defending sided rounds going your way.
I think that says it all, right? Like, yeah, like Trace attack rounds, attack post plants. Trace got to choose the side, and they chose defense
You can actually do a
with
lot of cool
this.
stuff with the walls on the attacker side.
I think it shows a real
Get there when we get there, but I'm with
misunderstanding of where the strength in this deadlock is.
It is kind of a
Potentially, at least.
interesting dynamic that this particular composition brings.
Nothing off the dizzy. 3-man stack towards B.
Do you still have a buy?
Steady.
It's again just
Any ultimates close by? Not really. What's the default? You're fighting here again. You're putting a deeper trap. Skyflash used. You still got one left. So that's fine. But there needs to be a rotation. You know, like this is too like stagnant. It's too slow.
The high there set up for the raise, the low for the entry players behind. Let's see if Vitality can sniff this out. Indeed they can. At least get the first one.
clear out the first. The other one set up low.
Good nade. Really good nade that allows Safe to do that. The cage is really nice actually too from Kai. Sort of really traps Safe in for those fights. But you don't... good trade. Actually, never mind. I was like, I don't know why he's peeking out alone, but he wasn't.
Gives Trace the man advantage. Full push up.
Yeah, good read. Really good team play.
Do they try to cut over towards B? This is being watched at the moment here.
Great awareness from Hebe.
Yeah, but also from Sender. Anticipating it, ready, holding that angle.
Good positions. Nobody's giving anything up.
Them back for now, but
yeah, really nicely put together. You're not going to really stop the plan.
This kicks spotting one.
And like Hebe is just out.
Kicks all on his lonesome.
Gives you nothing to play around.
This round into his own hands, cleans it up with a 3-piece, and Trace will be able to get their first round win off the back of the time.
Yeah, credit to Vitality with Trex. Like I feel like they've got the most out of him as a player. You know, like it's just Trex was always really good, but I think on Koi he just didn't really shine.
For his duelist player, he only gets one in the end, but whoa, that's snappy. And then you got the follow-up from Kai. Great trade.
This is better, like much more measured.
And they're able to start cutting.
Really nice to watch from Trace.
That's a great round for Trace. So really good map awareness across the board. Really good discipline. Nobody really overextending themselves. And Loking, 7-1 right now. Has an orbital strike.
He has been the team so far.
Yeah.
Orbital now online, but again, more attention paid towards this A side of the map. As Vitality start taking some space pretty aggressively here. Trailblazer scouting out, but somehow actually not seeing kicks there. Turns back and yeah, we'll be able to get the stun on him.
Safe's movement is good.
On the trap wire, but Kai just dead. Trex is... I mean, did he see anything at all?
No idea.
To wait for a replay to try to spot it out, but for now, Wingman going to be taken down. The C's going to be sent in.
Grabbed him. And then they're flanking all the way around behind. Good stuff from Cinder here. Runner, sorry.
Further out, Kicks is going to be able to take him down. As the Nightfall gets unleashed. Bill King having to win
Good fight from Save. I really like Vitality the way that they played this one.
Goes out to further delay the defuse. Two players left alive, swinging out wide. The peak there. They punish, not found. Mosh now.
A lot of like small little decisions.
The cleanup will be there. Sender, the only casualty is Vitality, not allowing for Trace to pick up 2 consecutive rounds.
And now they're starting to win some of those big battles out on the
Eco now for Trace. Looks like it.
For that TP with that showers control. Great stuff, top to bottom, for the side of Vitality. And Trace Esports tries something a little bit spicy, and they pay the price. And it's going to be another eco for them. I wish we had wanted to see that Trex kill, but
the observers have deemed it too filthy. The stream is not rated.
Not
for that.
rated, yeah.
We cannot show it.
It's not safe for TV. He's been too damn good today. Well, you're getting close to some ults after this round for Trace Esports, one way or another.
Or is all they get.
Maybe if you start getting some picks, kills.
This is going to be the round that turns it around for them.
Diligent with his util, making sure that he understands some of these angles and where the players are. They get an early read. Let's see how they want to deal with it.
They heard the 2 sheriffs there in hookah. Looks like they're going to back away from that a little bit. Trex considering another Prowler.
I thought maybe they might try like a combo here off a Prowler and maybe, oh, but a flash.
Oh, flash going to be sent.
Thank you for not peeking anymore into it.
Fire, so can't go for that peek to try to find the punish.
Know that the default's different because the fade's over here.
Trex will just go ahead and
Like that's going to tell you much really. Camera gets broken so you know that there's somebody in the shower, somebody different. Probably would assume they'd be the Viper.
Swing forward, safe, snappy, locks onto Fangs ahead. Takes him down. Bosch trying to clear backside.
I feel like Deadlock's better on attack than defense. I don't think that's a hot take at all.
Now 3 players left, still all sheriffs here in hand.
I mean, most people would assume that.
Some eliminations. Net comes through, safe however, able to
Good
drag
trade.
We'll find the kill.
Get one.
Quick TP. Removes the net and now looks to try to hold them back. Lock them here into lamps. The spot out on the 2.
Lucan gets another.
Able to find one more kill, but it's still Vitality moving.
Safest been on one here as well. He's such a good duelist.
Yeah, and I really like the way that Vitality and Trex in particular plays the beginning.
You hit a net catching, take it off, or just take it off? Just take it off.
Utility to keep an eye onto the hookah position, and then
I don't hate Deadlock. I think that they're a good agent. I just think the reason why they don't seem good is that people aren't utilizing them as well as they could.
Obviously, a weaker buy for Trace Esports in that previous round. Now they've got a couple alts. You have the Annihilation for Hebe. You have the Seekers for biang.
Leave it a while and it could get very meta.
As a showstopper, and he's trying to work his way towards hookah to find some value. Will King has to be so careful.
Pinch on the back, but Will King sat here within the 2 of the drop down.
Good trade. Good Annihilation. Can it get broken?
Okay, never mind. Target is going to be grabbed up.
Blue King dies with a molly?
The mosh of all things.
What happened?
Ascender does get taken down.
He just stood in there. It looked like a DC'd.
Into the body spray and runner will fall. And this time, Trace able to slam the door shut here in front of Vitality's faces.
Yeah, just
Faking it, they went back because of the neural theft.
and win that battle on the site. And the Annihilation able to go.
He's calling me, but they called very shortly and then hung up.
Towards defender.
I don't want to tap pause. I mean, it probably wasn't. It hasn't been anything like that for a while.
The neural theft, though.
Like this, though.
Cutting noise, rotating back around. Still 2 players there in hookah, but an opportunity for them to catch Trace.
Fairness is good, but you don't want to give up this completely.
It's not over yet.
Don't.
Little excursion here. Hicks just creeping forward. Knows that there's going to be a sonic sensor there. Opts to not break it, but how do they try to pilot this?
I don't like that they're starting to separate. These two need to stay together.
Taken away.
You got spammed in the residual. Molly killed him. It looked like the Molly was going to blow up anyway.
See how Trace
I guess it's probably a replay. I don't like that they're taking this separately. They have to wait for this. I like the proactive measures from Kick. Kind of forgot that there was a trap there.
Gonna be sent. Trex now.
Not that I think it made much difference anyway.
Here from Lab. Swings out, looks for the first.
All right, fine from Trace.
Will be able to claim it, and that's going to be Trace finding a 2nd round win.
Okay. Starting to
Still a way to go, but good.
some round wins. Our Trace Esports. That was a big one. There was some money left after that round. Starting to slide just a little bit. But you had some big ults there. You're able to put him to good use.
Is it because he was seized?
For the side of Trace Esports.
Might have been.
Likes getting cocooned. It's not fun.
Yep.
But it do be like that.
Save me. And then they do. And then, well, you're
and you're just dead.
You're just dead. You're just
I feel like he didn't die instantly, though. It was like 3 seconds at most afterwards.
You're close to the Viper's Pit for Runner. So you've got a couple ults that
Good position to fight up against the Thrash.
Start. Scouting through showers and some shots, but Fang just
Gets one, gets traded.
Take down save, so 1 for 1.
One TP'd in. Snip Bites, not great. Paranoia's not great. Prowler is great. The trap, though, works. Just feel like there's an element of Trace taking some of these fights they don't need to. Like, you can get a kill there, back up, you know? Or at least take some of the tension there and let Hebe go for the peak. That's nice. That's tiki-taka. You do something, I do something. You do something, I do something.
Out in a 1v3, does have the Thrash back up, but Wall comes through. Trailblazer will spot him. He will just go ahead and reroute.
Tough situation out for Kicks. Oh, they're just going to double stack him. Gonna thrash it.
You might as well. You've already used it once, so yeah.
Lamps just trying to go for the headshot. Trying to swing out.
Gets one.
So some further damage.
All right, okay. Hebe's actually been a lot better on this map. I'll give him credit. Some good decisions, some good fights.
That's a great reaction here from Trace Esports. They identify that Sender got to the front of the truck, and they start swinging in to bail out. A great early kill for Fang. Smoke's just popping everywhere, and somehow Sender finds Fang in the middle of all of that. But
Destroyer, I'm not pleased. Not satisfied.
that catches.
Is there any surprise?
Runner, And that allows an extra kill to come through off that stun. So deeper utility there for the side of Trace Esports. Finds a ton of value in that round. Flash to confirm. Smoke already down though.
Anybody looking for the same trap setup here? Ready to send the wall.
Vitality just seemingly never falling for that on the rounds that Hebei wants to go for it. At least that we've seen. Showstopper though. For Fang. He's over towards U-Haul. Clear the haunt.
Paint shell lobbed in. BNK able to back away. Net gonna be sent. There's the flash. And that's gonna be both of them taken down.
Felt like he just transferred there because of the flash.
Hebei and BNK.
No, it's 2 separate kills. Like, that's working at least. That was a rough area. Like, this is at least, like, positive for Trace because they're not, like, changing what they're doing. It's just that what they're doing is finding a lot more success.
The reface though. And Hebei
Which is crazy because you see some of these plays early on and you go, oh, that doesn't look good. And then you see them still do it. And then you're like, oh, that's even worse, right? They have one plan and it's not very good, but they're going to keep doing it. At least now it's actually starting to look good.
Yeah, I like this change up in how.
Did you watch the press conference for Fung Fung? I think I did.
Earlier we saw
I listened to it whilst playing Path of Exile, but I don't really remember there being too many questions realistically.
the fragment comes, they respond with the grab net into the flash, and they both swing and both get a kill. Really nice little minor change up there. That nets a really, really big round win. And I was kind of thinking that maybe now would be a good time.
Hold up, what's up, Sprite?
But Vitality's gonna let it roll.
Letting it go for a bit longer here.
There. Okay.
I'm gonna play fundamentals, simple game plans. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Be sent up close and personal though, thinking maybe they had the catch. That was a trap play that they were trying to pull off, but Sender able to elude it. Showstopper now no longer a concern.
Even in their accomplishing their goals, yeah, I'd say so.
Available, and Hebei picks up another annihilation.
In moments where it doesn't feel super chaotic, Trace are fine. I'd say Trace are actually quite good. These times in the map, sometimes rotations are a bit slow, but I can get behind a lot of the decisions that they do make. But nobody's pushing on their own, nobody's inting. People are playing safe. But I think that when things do get a bit more chaotic, when it gets a bit more crunch time, like here, like that's a really nice idea.
Cannot get away from it. Net going through, plant coming down.
And Trace executed it to like perfection. Here is where things start to fall off a little bit. And they go, oh, I didn't expect them that they would do that.
His runner cleans up Kai.
And now you're giving them space for the... Like, it's suddenly around where Trace have made a good play, got everybody out, and they seem to have the read in the right rotation.
Annihilation gets sent
Nobody was in bench, that's a shame. But as soon as Vitality do something that's a little bit more, like, surprising...
Okay, pushing forward.
Trace don't have a plan here, you know? They don't have a way of dealing with this plan. Like, this Viper's Pit, this plant, this post-plant from Vitality, they're just winging it.
Everything to do here from the side of Fang, and he's not going to be able to find much more.
It gets messy when they don't expect it. Yeah, exactly. But like good teams know how to basically go and do that.
With some util in hand, that's a really good round.
Like that peak from Vitality, that fight, that's not something that you like you put in a Bella plant. That's just pull from Luo King.
That's a massive win. They have to use the pit, but that's okay.
This kind of stuff happened a lot in Game Changers as well, where the team just doesn't see, oh, they have a breach ult, and then they just get breach ulted on site.
Heat up, starting to string.
Oh, I'm going to play in this, like, cheeky suicide corner. They Eldron me and claim me out and killed me. The doing sort of thing.
Great awareness from Vitality, expecting that trap play with the wall. Able to bait out a bunch of ults. Get themselves a really nice round win.
It's being able to play fundamentals and simple game plans, like you said, when it's in a non-simple situation.
Further aggression in towards showers. Jiggle peeking out though, getting a spot.
This is nice though. The grab, the flash, really nice aggression. Don't go and fight this again. Fuck off. Leave.
Some of these trap plays that Trace Esports have set up.
Like that is perfect. More of that from Trace.
Great use of that grab net.
There's pressure here. There's a fight. Let's go be proactive in this.
With Hebei and Biang. really shutting
Got
things
one
down.
get out, yeah, but they tried to get a little bit more.
Shifting over
And they're lucky to be alive, because they really didn't do that much to save either.
making a little bit of noise.
Paranoia is good here.
See what Vitality wants to do.
Oh, hello.
Really nice. It's one of those for like, you know that whole meme of like, hold on.
Util in hand. Hebe won't get traded back out as Kicks finds that kill. BMK able to answer back the orbital strike to try to hold them here in position. Sender on the challenge, finds a headshot, but eats an immense amount of damage, and Lil King able to collect.
Nice. Good stuff. You know that meme with like D&D, the people that like produced and brought Game of Thrones for HBO, where he's like, Danny kind of forgot that, I can't remember what the original quote was. Like every time there's something that happens in like House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones, it's that like, we kind of forgot that X, Y, and Z.
So what's going on over here? And Safe again, just seemingly.
That's also Trace. We kind of forgot that they had an Omen, so the paranoia was really strong against this. We kind of forgot that they had a Viper's Pit and didn't plan for
He
this.
just says, no, I'm just going to hide in this corner and
Yeah.
kill instead.
Maybe doing good here. Much better.
For Kicks. Once again, same kind of idea we saw before.
He still gets marked though. Oh!
Absolutely screwed.
He got detained by something. He got caught by his teammate's Thrash? He got caught by Kick's Thrash, surely. There's no other explanation. Alright, 6-6 at the half. There's live. This is the worst side for Trace. This is the worst side, and they've evened it up here.
They just really got their feet underneath them.
And Luo King again. King puts the king in Luo King. 6 is really good.
A player that they talked about, that Hebe talked about before this, as being someone they needed to focus on.
Oh, he gets hit by the trip.
At the half, anybody's game. We'll see what happens when we come
Oh no. Look at his face. Oh, well, let's look at the half a bit more. So yeah, defensive side is a little bit worse. Bit better, but not amazing on attack. Attacking rounds, 6 here, 4 here, 2 here, 5 here, 8 here. With this comp, they got 6. They got more rounds on attack than they did on defense. There's hope. There is actually hope. They have to win the pistol, otherwise I'm not convinced. What about the defense? Defense is slightly worse for Vitality, but only just. But they win 2 out of 3 of their defensive pistols. How many rounds did they win? It was only 1 defensive round. How many did they lose? Mostly lost on their defense against Fnatic. There's hope. I'm not saying anything. Let me run like a minute of ads, so if we do go to OT, we have a bit more time to work with. I'm gonna go for a wee. Actually, be right back. I'm gonna wait for this to come back, and then I'll unmute it. And then if I missed a pistol, I missed a pistol. My fault. But there's still time. All right, be right back.
Back and ready to go into the second half here of our third and final map of the evening. Trace rallying back, giving us parity here in that opening half. Now they pivot over to the attack, and as the desk was talking about, as we briefly highlighted, this is where this comp can really shine.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's some really cool ideas you can do with that wall. You can get players trapped behind like the truck or the tube, things like that. With the deadlock, that can make it really annoying. I mean, obviously you have tons of extra layers to watch your flanks on the post plants with the Cypher util and the sonic sensors and all those things, but it's deceptively powerful on this attacker side.
Let's see if Trace are going to be able to really utilize that, find that power, or Vitality will be able to push back, as they are going to be here on the defending side of Bind. Could all very well come down to this pistol right here, though. We'll see who takes that next step towards victory.
And for Vitality, I'd like to see them just
in
do
time.
what they did on Sunset and just kind of deny the ability to plant as best as they can.
Fast hit, getting ready to come through. His kick's going to be forced out the flash. He's able to
Oh,
has the dizzy out.
I guess one. Oh my god, what a flick around.
A pinch from behind, going to be taken down. Still, though, Trace occupying the site here for the moment. Boombot,
Wingman Boombot combo is quite nice. You walled this off, but you're boxed in. This is still a fine post plan.
Advantage ultimately is there for Vitality.
But it's Luo King that I'm worried about. He has nothing. The re-aggression, though, is interesting.
Swing coming through.
Ooh.
get that answering kill on the back end, but now has everything to do. Ball goes down, creeping forward, gets the spot out, but needs a bit of damage. The Prowler going to be sent, clears it.
Really nice Prowler, actually. Really smart from Trex.
We'll find the pistol, and that is going to be them moving up, regaining the lead.
I genuinely mean this when I say it. I like a lot
My
of
mission in college finally got completed.
I like the patience from Vitality.
Good luck. Good luck.
Execute comes through, knowing they have that man advantage. But then the wall comes through towards spawn.
Bad fight from biang, I guess.
Esports, and they immediately understand that they need to clear the other angles before that wall either gets taken down or drops.
Nice.
And they do that. And that's the right thing to do in that situation. They have no other choice there. Even though they can't quite hold on through the end, Hebei gets caught in a bad position in the two, but it's still good ideas. But you're starting to see, in my opinion, why you want to be really careful as Vitality about giving them too much comfort, because that wall is so annoying and gives so much info and delays so much that Trace Esports can start stacking some of those angles like that.
Runner catching a glimpse, sets up for the snake bite. Fang dropping straight in on top of that. Everybody losing a bit of HP from that. A lot of it decay. Plant now going to be coming through, so at least plant money secured here for Trace as Haunt gets a reveal onto one.
Good Haunt.
Wall set up to try to cut off the defending side access here at Lab. Jump out.
This is nicer though. Like, I do like this from Trace, that they are being a bit more doing what Vitality were doing, being a bit more, let's group up and go fight this. Let's group up and go push.
Clear on the Prowler, the push up, looking for the headshot.
Right, this could be 50. This could be.
Still two players, but HP bars wrecked here.
Oh, yeah.
Finds the first one, but Fang sweeping out with that clap.
Oh.
Drawing the weapon out, but time ticking away. Up on top of the tube, the swing.
Oh, he hates us have time. Good stuff, Fung Fung. Get dunked on. That's the Trace classic right there. There we go.
The thought process for Trace.
How long does the deadlock wall stay up? Is it 35 seconds or 30 seconds?
Blanks. Just absolutely beautiful. They overstack these angles, knowing that they have weaker guns. And then Fang playing this outrageously well.
There he is. We haven't seen that Fung Fung from kickoff.
Not giving them any hope in hell.
Oh, that shot goes hard of Hebei though. I feel bad for saying anything about him.
Fired up, dude. Oh man, I'm fired up after that round. That was so good.
Yep, I'm awake. Paint shell to go ahead and check.
Listening.
I don't know what the Mandarin word for belief is, but I'm believing.
Presence now going to be noted.
Look at how annoying it is for him. Look at all this util just spread out. This wall has to be cleared. Buys a lot of extra time. Trex found a kill, instantly traded.
Yeah,
Hero rifle.
And keeping that weapon.
I don't know why you're playing here up against the Deco though.
Ready to come in, and first shot's going to be a little bit whiffy. Blast pack to try to offset if they continue the push.
There you got two people. What have you went in? What have you left?
Going to be taken down to save, able to find a kill there with that sheriff, but he himself very low on
You're
it.
just trading places over here.
Find 3 so far in the round.
You're not trying to do a magic trick for safe. You're either both fighting together or you're both getting out. You don't just swap.
That is going to be Trace getting the round victory.
8-7, I believe. But this is great stuff here. And you're seeing in this round a microcosm of why it's so annoying to deal with this comp on the attack.
Sidebar confused you?
And specifically, I'm talking about Vitality having to deal with Trace's comp because of the crazy amount of layers that can get set up. Once you get into that plant, if you give them any time for post-plant, all of a sudden there's a wall here, there's 2 sonic sensors there, there's trap wires all over the place, and you have to clear so much just to get to the spike in the first place to even tap it.
All right, well.
Fung Fung is in. Oh my god. Bloody UI's gone. We're flying blind. We have no idea what's going on.
Okay, we'll go away here from him. Boombot clears out lamps. Save.
That's a good ult. I like it. The Thrash is a good counter play, but Hebei gets free. He's still alive, but Kix has got past the wall. Oh, but Fung Fung spotted him, so that's good info. Omen went for the TP, or did he ult? No, he went for the TP. Hebei ace is not what I signed up for. Hebei gets an ace, it's done.
No wants, no need
He's saving.
He's going to hightail it over towards the attacker spawn this round.
Oh man.
Over, and that is going to be.
The UI's like, we didn't prepare for this. We didn't prepare for Trace to get more than 9 rounds.
The confidence is flowing for them right now. Hebe has an ult available for the next round. I mean, they are just smashing through the defenses of Vitality.
What's with the info bar? It's all gone.
You know, the
UI is gone.
How early are you going to have to take another time out here? Because it's already starting to go very, very sideways.
Trace have sent Vitality back to the Dark Ages.
And Vitality's going to need to find a way to...
This is a nice strat, though. This is like a nice... This is a good Valor plan.
Angle, and then he's just spraying them down as they're trying to come out the back of truck.
I think they're trying to run away from it.
Yeah,
Little strikes send him scattering, and he's able to collect them all. What a huge round here from Hebe, as that will be the timeout.
Timeout for Vitality. Production's like, oh my god, thank you. We have like a minute to fix the UI.
You have to figure out a way to deal with this comp. Because right now, Vitality does not have consistent answers. And it's
Are you in the ozone layer? Because I can see your way raised in your eyes.
additional info sentinel of your own. You don't have a site.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know if that's a chat applying or you're
Maybe
asking a question
allow
weird.
you to kind of slow down these hits, prevent them from comfortably getting to those post plants.
For Molly.
Yeah.
Free smoke.
Yeah.
UV rays. Oh.
A lot missing. You're right.
You know, this comp can work, but right now they need to figure out how to counteract with the tools that they have what Trace is doing. Because you mentioned it, the desk mentioned it. This map has not been good for Trace in stage 1, in stage 2.
They're 0-3 on it this stage, this previous stage. 0-5 and
I think, yeah, it's a 5-loss streak overall on the year.
The geography is good, but science.
And it's not.
It's not that. I understand that UV rays are in the ozone layer.
One on it. They beat Heretics.
But you put in we.
You know,
I see now. If you had capitalized we, I would have got it.
How good or bad this bind is for Vitality. But, I mean, frankly...
That's out.
Yeah.
Warp snaps up there from safe.
Don't use that one because they'll be just as confused as me.
Damage now taken down.
Annihilation. Did it catch anybody? They tried to catch Runner.
Push out here from Runner, trying to be the hero, but he's only able to find one.
Save as a showstopper, but he only is a sheriff. There's no UI still. How did he manage that? He's a showstopper. He might be able to get a gun. I don't think you play here if you're Luo King.
Himself into hookah.
You either all group up and fight this, or you will get out.
Does have that at the ready. Showstopper is online, as you say.
I thought they were showing highlights. No, this is it. We're all so confused. I don't even know what the score is anymore. What's the score? How many are we? Do we win? I need to open up fucking VLR at this rate to see what it is.
Time ticking. What does the call end up being here for safety? You try to play this one out.
9-7, so this would be 10-7.
Gets close enough to be able to find a potential headshot. And now they will just go ahead and go their separate ways as teleporter will get taken.
Right, we have to draw it in.
This round win is further confirmed. And now Trace find themselves up to double digits.
What's the other team called? I've gone blank.
Every position that Vitality is getting caught out. Just great stuff from Vang Bianche right there. Assist going over to Hebe. I mean, that's a nasty shot from safe, but
that's me.
Yeah, I'm writing all the stats. Oh, it's back. Oh, what the fuck is this? What's going on? What?
Some kinks to work out here.
There's like some uncanny valley shit.
In for yet another attack round.
Didn't you draw UI before? I'm pretty sure. What's the score? So 10-7 now?
Hard to fully assess exactly what the firepower looks like. Certainly should be stronger than the previous round as Kai moving forward, kicks dead off.
Neural theft too, so you see where the strong side is.
They're in hookah. Now the neural theft's going to be telling all. As they start to rotate back across here towards B. Just Sender here on this side to try to slow things up.
the pick is so huge. It makes it so unbelievable.
You can make it even harder for me and try to draw the Trace logo.
Now you can throw all this util to stop up that.
But honestly, me writing this is closer to the actual like Hansi than me writing TE. I don't know how I messed this up as much.
It's horrific.
What is it? 5v4? There's a showstopper, sees nades. Good grav net.
Nice and early.
18 and 11.
End up clearing it. Snakebite sent towards back tube. Nothing.
Good paranoia for this retake, though. You know that Heibe's on site, but he's used up all utility. He's effectively a duelist. He is there to just buy as much time and pressure for everybody else and to buy time. Really nicely done from Heibe.
Finding another one, 3 in the round. And the call to exit's going to have to be made here as by his own teammates Molly, but I don't think that they give a damn.
Oh.
Continue now up 11-7.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's back.
It's just crazy.
Hey.
How quickly it could snowball out of control.
20 and 11.
And that round right there is case in point.
Wow, Kai. Major work.
Decisive decision that gives you a plant, and again,
Oh.
plant setup that is so
I believe.
and so powerful with this comp that Trace is running. And man, oh man, what a performance we have seen from them today.
Oh, they said buff their timeouts, though. What a test. This isn't just a test for the players. It's a test for Gorilla's head coach. It's done. You cannot be looking like this. You cannot be looking like this, Trex. I'm sorry. No, is it Trex? It's not Trex.
One more in the back pocket to
I'm so
hold
frazzled.
the pace
It is Trex, no?
close, but Vitality need this one to work.
5 in a row is what Trace has been able to put together.
And that's
off an eco.
Yeah,
and then
they lost the pistol.
Yep.
Get the eco, and now they start the streak.
Just running. And there's a showstopper. One away.
Because I'm a little bit face blind.
For Bianca. I mean, again.
Because I don't.
They're now able to snowball those.
I don't know the players on Vitality well enough to know what their faces look like, to be honest.
Like there's so much going well.
I don't know who would be. I know Runner's tall, but when they're sat down, no idea.
The next round, and then you're up 12, potentially. Who knows? Vitality does have some answers in their back pocket. They do have the Nightfall. They do have that Viper's Pit. And they have a bit of an economy to get through.
This is the.
Having to be bought down. Otherwise, it's rifles, but.
This is the final hurdle for Trace. Can you win a round that would put a team on an eco?
Sights now set here on A. Showstopper looking for the net.
Oh, this is so good. It works. Oh, and it pulls the attention so well for Kai. Vitality is so boomed. It's not done yet, though. Spike's still not being planted. Safe is good enough to pull something on his back, but they get Sender. So, King, you don't need to fight too much. You don't need to peek. You've walled off. You know that Safe is crossed. You know that Kicks is like backside now.
Going forward. Immediately cleared out. Amash at the ready. The flash in hand. Heibe turning from it.
Oh, that's a big round, though. The money's so bad for Vitality. Are they actually going to do it?
And it's off the rip here for Trace. The showstopper kill onto Runner, who's got the Viper's Pit. A huge ult immediately taken away.
I hope everybody says goodbye to the 100% title. I don't think any of us are getting it at this rate.
So well placed. And then Kai has been great on the Cypher.
You got 5 chances. It's not even 5 chances for Vitality. It's just 5 chances for Trace. They're going to be super fast. They're going to be over aggressive.
That has gotten them.
They need to slow down, especially now with a Viper's Pit. Don't try to force this. Oh, actually, no, send it. Send it. Go. I can't believe that the team that introduced like deadlock stuff in EMEA is getting out deadlocked by Trace, who haven't won this map since like February, March, I'm pretty sure.
And now the pivot, the call. Guys, I'm deep on B. Bring the spike this way.
And just the fact that they're holding this, like, Trace, thank you. We're doing it. We're living the dream. We're finally seeing a Chinese team get the kills and go, hold on, we have the advantage, 5 versus 3. Let's just cook this team. Default. See what aggressive stuff they're gonna do.
Either side, the Dizzy. Not gonna be spotting out much here.
Yeah, Vitality tried this in the past and it didn't look too bad.
Again, here within tube, getting caught by it as Kai jumps.
Oh, the Mosh. Oh, there goes Kai.
Take it down. A window potentially back in, but Bianca.
Nice, Trace. That's a major win.
Took down Team Vitality. I was right here.
I always believed.
They close out the
Oh man, this team. I'm so glad. Like the first 100% win rate at international events for Trace.
Having Ascent that is so back and forth, so close.
It took them way too long to get here. Like they could have maybe beaten EDG to qualify for Madrid. They maybe could have, which probably should have made Shanghai, right? If they didn't beat DRG.
To find an identity, to find an agent.
Oh man, it's it's not only that. Like Vitality played this series really well, but Trace like stuck to their guns. They fixed a lot of the telegraphed shit that they were dealing with. I'm not surprised that Heibe's just full crying at this point, because he had a stinker the first 2 maps and then went giga hard for the third one.
They get this win. They get that upset.
Oh man. I know Biang's the IGL, but like that's my IGL.
So clean on Ascent. It looked like a lot of.
Please don't listen to all of the shit talking I did for him. Where midway in this series, I'm like, who do we drop Heibe for? He shut me up.
Everything they had at them today, but Trace Esports, man, what a moment! What a moment!
Indeed.
Also, the other funny side of this is the Yie, like the old Tyloo coach, has got an international win.
Upward from here. That's a huge hurdle.
Vitality's probably going to struggle against Hell as well. That just booms your confidence. Like I said like twice to Gorilla, do not underestimate this team. And I don't think he did. I don't think Leica did, but I feel like the players might have gone and going, these guys are shit. This should be easy.
I want to give you a quick stat before we go on this bind.
Lay it on me.
Okay. Trace Esports coming into this, they won 36% of their rounds on their attacker side and 28% on their defender side. Coming into stage 2 for today, they completely flipped the script. What a job preparing this squad.
I mean, obviously still some pain points there on Sunset, but
that's Vitality.
Good ideas. This is now a team that absolutely needs to be looked at and that needs to be feared.
Oh, you got the wrong way around.
Trace, they have some very solid ideas, especially here with this bind composition. Fantastic.
ELG repeat. I don't feel like Vitality commands the same sort of respect as NRG did last year.
And to further congratulate them, we'll get ready to go ahead and throw it down to the stage.
I'm so happy for them. Like just I'm fine with China this event now. Everybody could lose all of the rest of their games. The one thing I was terrified for is all 4 Chinese teams coming in last. This confirms that Trace might finish higher.
네, 루오킹 선수 트레이스 e스포츠가 첫 국제전 첫 경기에서 첫 승을 거두게 됐습니다.
And to think that EDG beat both FBX and Trace recently, so like EDG versus FUT tomorrow, very winnable.
가장 먼저 오늘 승리 소감부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다.
Oh, Trace versus Leviathan, that's gonna. I don't know if I really want to watch that, to be honest.
You guys pick up the very first win for champions for Trace Esports against the number 2 seed of EMEA team.
Trace is the BLG to EMEA, the BLG was to NA. That would be funny though. Like Trace, the team that plays more like a European squad, out Europeans the Europeans.
我感觉就是我们这一路的努力都得到了。
I'm very scared for FBX versus Sen. I mean, the pressure's off for me. The only thing I was scared for was all the China teams coming in last.
继续支持我们，我们会在未来继续努力。
I think, you know, it just improved that lots of the hard working and a lot of the efforts just.
I think FBX can win that. I mean, FBX probably should win that.
And I think.
Which is crazy of like the expectations. Does Talon have a chance on that? Against Vitality, yes. Against Trace, yes.
열심히 노력을 했고 열심히 이 길을 걸어왔기 때문에 이렇게 승리할 수 있어서 정말 이 승리의 달콤함을 다시 한번 느낄 수 있는.
I have the sneaking suspicion that
이번이 끝이 아니라 이제 이번에 승리가
that both like Vitality would beat Trace on the rematch and Talon could beat Trace.
다음 경기는 레비아탄을 상대하게 되는데 상대 팀의 좀
Imagine Trace win over. Don't give me hope. Don't put that in my brain. Don't let me have that as the expectation.
Next up, you guys are
That was Trace also losing both pistols, no?
There on their team. So is there anything you want to say to Leviathan before the match? And also, what would
it was literally that eco round where Feng Feng gets free with a classic. That was it.
那你现在的心态是什么样的？包括在面对他们之前有没有什么想说的？
He lost both pistols and a bonus. Yeah. That's so bad from Vitality.
我们只需要把自己练的东西给打出来就可以了。可能我们这个队伍比较注重的是过程。我觉得我们能在过程，就是不管是胜利还是失败，这种过程当中学习到很多，进步到很多。那对于利维坦来说的话，其实我是没有什么想说的吧。
Legit, honestly, all China teams could get out of groups. BLG don't stand a chance.
Actually, I have nothing to say to Liviton, and I just want to give all of the audiences a super amazing matchup. And also, I think Liviton they're super great, and I think our team just focusing on the process, not the answer. And we just want to give all of the audiences a super nice
I'm writing that shit down.
And nice game. And also, we want to learn not also the experience or something else from Liviton as well.
먼저 이제 딱히 레비아탄에게 하고 싶은 말은 없고 그냥 팬들에게 좋은 경기력을 선물해주고 싶다고
That's why it's always Chinese players that come out with lyrical wisdom.
그래도 트레이스 e스포츠 같은 경우에는 자신들의 것들을 더 발전시키는 데 집중을 하고 그리고 무엇보다 팬분들에게
This is going to be the reason for good dreams.
데 집중을 하고 싶다고 얘기를 합니다. 그리고 또 레비아탄전에서도 많은 것들을 배우면서 지금은 조금 더 이 과정에 집중을 하면서 결과와는 다르게 우리가 가고 있는 길을 더 탄탄하게 걸어갈 준비를 하는 게 맞는 것 같다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 루오킹 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, 루오킹. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
That's the vlog.
Looking nuclear ascent. Yeah, I mean, Luo King had a. This is his first international stage event.
Take it away.
He's amazing. He's might be pickup of the year for Trace if this continues. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for this team.
Yes.
Trace.
I mean, they played incredible. That final map, they have been trying to figure out bind for so long regionally. They lock in on this deadlock comp.
And then you figure it out at Champions.
It looked great. And I mean, you can see what it means to these players. And Lao King, the guy we were just hearing from in that interview, just playing out of his mind across this series, this final map in particular.
People are making the same mistake that I did, right? The Sin Lao King.
From this guy.
Yeah, all got shaped up towards the end for Trace as well. I mean, this is what esports is about, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
This is it. This is it. Every single global event, you always get these upsets every now and then threaded in, especially with champs.
Best scenario for players is 2 teams from each region go for it. That'd be nice. It's always same as Champions last year. Perfectly balanced.
Wear that on his sleeve, you know, in such a way, illustrates the importance of this event, illustrates the importance of this achievement for them. No one gave them the
First bind win since Shanghai ended was here.
Yeah, and for this team, I mean, it means so much too.
Was it DRG, their last win?
Chinese teams come and debut at these events, and generally the debuts are a start. The last time
Billy.
a CN team win their first global match was Billy when they upset NRG, and this feels the same magnitude of that upset, really. Seeing a team that no one had expectations for come out, play their heart out, and teach.
I want to see how many pickups are still in. I guess we could check, right?
The global audience never would have thought about before.
I didn't do my pickums though. I didn't submit them in time.
This one and the Billy match was, you know, when that happened,
900 people. 30,000 wrong here. 16,000 wrong here.
Like individuals and pop-offs and a miracle.
Was a Trace team that, quite frankly, just outplayed.
They played better Valorant.
Did we recognize anybody?
Talking about trusting the process, right? Yeah. And not kind of focusing on the matchup at hand, but just going for the motions, going for the.
A lot of British people. I'm proud.
You know, quote unquote optimal Valorant.
Trippy. It's in phase trippy.
But it's very far removed from the rest of China in terms of the experimentation they go. They are almost like the black sheep of their region in terms of the fact that they do play more standard stuff. But it's paying off for them here and now. And listen, the elephant in the room is a lot of animal metaphors going on. But listen, the elephant in the room, I think from this is that Vitality kind of choked a little bit. They weren't playing up to the potential that we saw them in the play.
Yeah, I think they boomed themselves, honestly. I think they lost that eco and they just fucking fell apart.
I only hope that,
Let's go. I know, it's so good.
Now, the next matchup is going to be a hell of a hard one.
You're playing Aspas
You're playing
after
against Aspas, right? So, good luck to them, seriously.
Kai versus Aspas, though. That'd be fun.
Process the entire time that they've been working towards to hone these compositions, to hone their ideas, to not just delve into the wild card, the crazy.
Give Trace the credit.
It pays off.
And you got it. I think Vitality
the pick'ems
didn't appreciate Trace enough.
With the lowest expectations out of absolute.
What was it, 20% of the audience predicted Trace?
powered by AWS, because we showed it at the beginning of the show. We made a few loose
10.4.
references to it. You guys out there were giving them a
Wow.
4% chance. Shout out to the people.
Give him like.
Any team on here. They were the
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is fair. I think with this group, this should be lower.
Good luck. Good luck getting that one, to be honest. Yeah.
This is our biggest upset, right? I would
honestly,
say.
I think EDG is making out. EDG having more of a chance of FUT though is what I don't agree with.
Vitality can make a run for the lower of their group and potentially meet up if Trace end up being there.
If you had Trace as like third, it's possible.
Yeah, exactly. It's still possible for that to happen, but I mean, just overall, I think expectations. The thing that you got to take away from that is that really nobody had high expectations. I think for good reasons. I mean, listen, we were in the VOD cave for hours, farming up clips, looking at the videos of these teams.
I mean, look at the rounds you were breaking down at the beginning of today.
Like
so many mistakes.
The clear mistakes and issues, but it wasn't present in the maps today, and that is the signs you got to look for. Honestly, the improvements, the process is there for this team.
And they leveled up when it mattered.
I Trace winning this and then going out thirds. Yeah, like them not getting out of groups. I think they've got what they wanted.
They were on this map regionally, 5 losses in a row, and they come out here and they
It's gonna be tough for Trace. Gives you something to anti-strap maybe.
Plays the attack side, the amount of looks they had with like the net nade combos, repositioning their sensors to play into the post plant. Like it was really good Valorant from this team.
Honestly, the headache that I was building up watching like Trace on Ascent and stuff, it's gone. My head has never been clearer.
Dirty liar, I don't believe you. You know?
I feel like I can see. I've got full 20/20 vision. This cloud of fog of fucking watching Trace throw themselves into an abyss of mediocrity.
It's going to be the match that happens. And then Talon versus Vitality, which I'm not going to lie, you know?
Yeah, I think
Talon's got a chance.
Dude, I'm scared for the EMEA heads.
I'm very scared for the EMEA heads. Listen, most of them haven't even flown out yet for the event. Yeah. But listen, they're gonna be crying about this, I'm sure, in the green room at some point. Because listen, that was a Vitality team. They got rattled, they got scared.
What do you think of Epic's chances against Sen? Give me some copium.
But it's about how you perform on this big
Sentinels have all of the pressure in the world on them.
And unfortunately,
FPX
the first map and the second or the third map at least.
Do not give a fuck.
I definitely saw those glimpses.
The only thing I'm concerned about legitimately is that Berlin is a big fan of tens. So I think he's not necessarily going to be in the game. But when is he ever in the fucking game anyway?
Like Primi, who honestly looked incredible in his debut.
Off the game.
Yeah, he's going to want to just go up there and disrespect, you know, as much as he possibly
100%.
can. That's going to be wild. I can't wait to see that game. Oh boy, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. But let's see what we got coming up on the docket tomorrow. All right, folks.
This will be a fun one. I'm probably not going to be up to watch this one.
W game and Paper Rex, and
but we'll
then
see.
It's EDG versus FUT. It is truly a gift. We are going to be blessed with some incredible matches.
Oh man, I wonder what the like fucking like Chinese forums are like right now.
G2 in their international debut, losing to them, then going back in Shanghai.
All China teams is a second game of the day. Yeah, I noticed that too, which is like a bit BS. But I think it's because they put the Americas games on first because they're earlier.
I'm sure they've played before.
Yeah, probably. It's a long day.
I mean, they've both been at so many of these international events fighting for that big breakthrough game. I think they have a really
Also, I just realized it's Biang causing upsets again.
of their country.
It's just Biang. It's not BLG.
Setting it up. You making me all excited. Well, look at that there, folks. You pretty much got the elevator pitch. Why you got to tune in tomorrow to watch some incredible matches. We thank you so much.
I'm not going to take this Berlin disrespect. Tell me I'm wrong.
Is that when you put in that work?
That's the thing.
Those are the results that show. Trace Esports.
Do your homework, kids.
Do your homework.
Bianc is him.
That's right. That's how you succeed in life. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for us today. But
Muy bien.
Joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for some
yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm super happy. I'm just, the adrenaline is just carrying me through this. I don't know why I'm still here. There's no reason to be here. The stream's over. I'm just like, yay, Trace, woo, woo. Trying to win something. If we win a game, we don't win many international event games, but there's one of them. Biang not in the final form yet. Saving his tech for NRG. He's like trying out the stuff here. Oh, channel points, you're right. You got the predictions all square. So, the outcome goes to Trace. How about that? Yeah, them versus Leviathan will be fun. To be fair, I've watched a little of Leviathan because it's an America's team that's often on late for me, so there's that. Well, Marcus got hosted. Is Sliggy still streaming or is he done? He's done. Didn't know. What else are we doing?
Barely a scratch of damage.
It's just foreign stream. Max has got a big host, but I'll send you Meg's way because Meg did a really good job on the desk. So I will send it hither. Right. Summer's just started. Some gets enough raids. I'm gonna help the little guy. Yeah, we'll raid Meg. Meg is funny. Is Lure King this good? He passed the eye test for me near enough instantly when he joined Trace. I liked him on Tyloo, but when he was on Tyloo, I didn't get to see him that much on the team. So, yeah. We are rich. But thanks for everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow for EDG's game. We might start late. We'll just watch that one series because I've got some work to do. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody send bet. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.